Good evening and welcome everyone. Here's the AD2L Season 17 battle in the under the 3K bracket. I am your host Sequoia. I'm being joined by the Minivan Man here this evening. How are you, man? Oh, he's just nothing. I don't know where he went. He was here a second ago. So anywho, I'll just keep talking and he can join in when he gets back. I think he disappeared for a
I'm
second.
here.
Oh, there he is. You disappeared. Where did you go? I was worried sick.
King, but you evidently didn't hear me.
Nope, I did not. So we got some interesting first picks. Go with the Shadow Shaman and the Clockwork for the PZR, and the Limit Snow Cones or LSC is going for the Alchemic Oracle. And you said you don't know much about the Oracle.
But as of right now, I'm pretty sure Oracle's rather decent against both those heroes, the Clockwork and Shadow Shaman, just based off the abilities. Like, as in, if there's a Shackle on the Shaman, he can just save him with his ulti. Sorry that I don't know the abilities names
Sorry,
of.
I don't know either. I just call it the ulti.
If Clockwork cooks anybody, he can just ulti him and just saves them and so on. Oracle's quite the pain to deal with, and I think
Oracle works pretty well
against both
against
those.
Alchemist too, because his alt, his alt will save them based on how much healing he gets. So if Alchemist starts getting low, he can put his ult on Alchemist, and Alchemist, if his ult's active, he just heals for an insane amount. And probably
Oh, I've played with Oracles where like he would be perfect in the picking like lineup, but if the player doesn't know how to play Oracle very well, then it's just
it's the opposite
it's
of good.
more it's like you just kill your heroes, your own teammates all the time, and it's just I believe in this situation considering that this is a tournament of some sort.
Yeah, I think the
That
hard part about Oracle is, well, you like to sit on the back lines and try to sit in the way back, and Clockwork's really good at finding those heroes off. I mean, if you can get Oracle to cast his ult on himself, that's a win. So they're going to have to be really careful on Oracle's positioning and try to know where the Clockwork is, because the last thing they want is Clockwork to jump Oracle. So, but beyond that,
I agree on that. Yeah,
but
I can
beyond that,
see
I
that.
think the drafts are fairly even so far. What do we got? Oh, probably one of the most popular heroes at TI for for at least Team Liquid, who won it, the Keeper. Definitely
So
Oh, go ahead.
I I feel like I underestimated Keeper quite a bit the last couple patches. Up until I started playing against him, and he's just annoying. Like he can't that stupid mana leak and all that evasion that he provides his teammates is it's quite good for the team.
Well, it's really hard to go uphill against him too, right? I mean, he just blasts the waves down, and like, I mean, it just takes so much to go uphill. And right now, LSC decided to go with a very defensive support heroes. So they're not going to have something like a Clockwork that can pick off the Keeper in the backline. Not very likely, at least. They don't
have a lot of sustain, and that's what they're going for right now, so they can kind of progressively just chip down the tower.
They Man, I don't know. I'm surprised we didn't guess that one. Two defensive supports. Oh yeah. So LSC is gonna go full on run at you. They are just going to run at you and never stop. They're gonna have their. I don't know. I mean, what do you think for a fourth hero for LSC? I mean, they're just gonna do a 4v1, 4v5, and let the Alchemists just farm an insane amount, and then just go push high ground.
Gonna go bring someone off an offlaner for the LSC. As of right now, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they might pick Axe. I don't know.
No, Axe got banned. Otherwise, I totally think they would pick him.
Maybe
that'd be really
Tide for Initiator.
Tide would actually be that. Actually, that's a big team fight ultimate like Tide. That would probably be a good fit. On the flip side, Petting Zoo, like, man, they have one defensive support. Keeper can be a little bit, but Keeper's gonna be very ineffective against Huskar. I mean, Huskar is just gonna eat Keeper alive.
Yeah, it looks like they need initiation. They're lacking that thus far, but they also need an offlaner, it seems like, unless they're doing an aggressive try top and then Alchemist solo bottom. I don't know, something weird. I don't know what they're doing exactly. Right now they have options, but I'm guessing it's going to be an offlaner initiator of some sort.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think Alchemist will go mid. Huskar will go carry. They could still aggressive tri lane, but I think they probably won't. It might depend
It's gonna
on
be
the carry.
honestly, Huskar could. Yeah. All
Wow,
right.
okay, that's not the pick I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a big team fight.
Maybe it's gonna be a clockwork bottom, and against the solo Huskar, that could be pretty nice too. Like it doesn't. He can get his levels quickly, and then Mirana, and then those. I don't know. Like they have so many options as of right now with this lineup
Yeah,
that
so
it
I
may
mean,
be a Mirana.
PZR needs a carry. What kind of carry do you think they're gonna pick up? I mean, AM was banned. I thought
Yes,
AM would actually be a really good pick, but AM got banned.
Finn would be really good.
Who?
Sven.
Oh, yeah. And wow, go the Chaos Knight. That's actually not a bad pick because Chaos Knight's good against Huskar. They don't have a lot of illusion clear on LSC, so Minivan Man, who do you give the draft advantage to? Just based on the draft.
I would have to say I don't know. It's the early game. I believe it's LSC. Late game, it's petting zoo retards. But I for the most part, I'm. It all depends on how early game goes, and then that's because it's pretty fairly even right now.
I agree. I think the drafts are fairly even. I think I don't like the Mirana pick, so maybe I'd give a slight advantage to PZR. I think Mirana just needs too much, and I don't think she's going to get it in the off lane. Maybe they'll do an aggressive tri lane so she can get more, but then then the Clockwork's going to get a lot more too. So they're going to have to kind of balance what they want there. So it'll be interesting to see where they line it. I don't think you'll see anything special from PZR though. I think they're going to go pretty standard lane setup. They'll have probably a roaming support in the keeper, and then they'll have a defensive support sit with the carry.
Yeah, they have this ganking lineup of theirs on the LSC that I don't know if it's going to work all that well against Shadow Shaman, Clockwork, Viper, Chaos Knight, and Keeper of the Light, because they're not necessarily the easiest. Shadow Shaman's easy to kill, but the rest of them are rather difficult, I think.
Yeah.
Especially the Clockwork, Viper, and Chaos Knight, those extremely tanky, high DPS heroes.
I think they're going to have to be careful with that Chaos Knight, too. I mean, Chaos Knight, maybe before 6 he's going to be very vulnerable to Huskar, but man, after 6, Huskar is going to be pretty vulnerable to him. I mean, Chaos
Destroy
Knight's
mid,
all,
regardless
all
of who goes
physical damage. There's no magic damage in Chaos Knight, so...
Wait. Actually, they might dual lane this. They might send the... No, I don't know. I feel like if they send Alchemist mid, he's going to get destroyed. He's not going to get farm, and it's not worth...
Oh,
So I think maybe Mirana might go mid.
No, Alchemist is yellow mid. He's heading that way right now.
Oh, really? I feel like that's not the wisest decision.
He has the acid spray. He can help zone out the Viper pretty well. The Viper is going to get some good harass on him. I think it might be a little bit closer just with the acid spray, but he's not going to have an easy lane, that's for sure. He's going to get complete and utter free farm, and they don't really have They don't really have supports to go roam and protect mid either. They have a very.
Mirana's going to lose bottom. It's a guarantee there. Like this lockdown on their end is just it's phenomenal. So I don't see Mirana getting anything.
I agree. And I think that's actually the one flaw in the LSC draft is the Mirana needs farm. She needs at least probably 2 items before she's going to be really effective in these fights, and she's not going to get anything in this lane. She's going to be very, very weak.
Mirana played all that much anymore lately.
I don't really like Mirana right now. I think she's a fairly weak hero just because of the amount of farm she needs. And then even when she does come online, she's not insanely strong for quite a while. She needs probably 2 items before she's pretty strong.
Though with LSC, it's really based off of like a lot of skill here. It's not luck. It's going to have to be based off of the arrow and then like outplaying the other team that has the advantage, like a laning advantage. I just don't know if LSC is going to pick it off, like pull this off. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be really hard for them.
I think they'll be okay. I think it'll really depend on how the lanes go in the first 5 minutes. Already though, Tar's just getting beat down in the mid lane. already down to half health. Viper took a decent amount of harass, but not much. Of course, on the flip side, Sheepy is just laying pain into these offlaners from PZR. I'm gonna fire a blast at him, but I don't think Sheepy really cares that much. We're gonna have a dual lane. I think Dazzle's dead. Dazzle's dead. That's first blood going to the side of PZR.
He's gonna get large. No doubt about that.
And as you said, like, there's just a lot of control down there. You know, the Chaos Knight has a stun, a long shackle from the...
It's not even that, though. Like, they do have a lot of control, but they have a lack thereof of control, you know? Like, they have an arrow. That's it. And it's not a reliable stun. So this Shadow Shaman can seriously just sit there and auto-attack and then just shackle him, and they can't do anything about it.
And he did try
Especially
to
if they go for the Mirana.
He did try to save the Dazzle with his arrow, and so he ended up having to skill arrow level 1, which is not very good when you're trying to potentially need to get away. So now he's been forced. Oh wow, they actually might get a return kill here. Oh,
Right.
Tries to fling the arrow, but not in. The Shadow Shaman hits way harder than you think, and man, that's another down kill for PZR. Mirana got way aggressive there, and maybe a little underestimating how much right click the Shadow Shaman provides.
This is dead.
I think that's something that they have to be very, very careful on.
Just then, Alchemist shouldn't have gone mid, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, the hard part is, I guess you could have. Oh,
Mirana should have went mid, I think.
Where
I don't know,
did Chaos,
honestly.
Where did Chaos Knight die? Oh wow, he died in lane. I don't know how that happened. I missed that completely. Uh-oh. Sheepy's going up on... Sheepy's getting gone on up here. Getting very low. Looks like he will get... He will be protected though, so he should still be okay. Get the salve pop, so he'll be coming back up.
Who do you think has the better team fight, though? Mid-game.
Mid-game? Oof. If it's a fair fight, I think I'd give it to PZR. I think the only way they're going to be able to take team fight is if the Alchemist just kind of sits in the back and just farms for about 20-25 minutes, and then they try to fight 5-on-5. They have to basically fight 4v5 till then.
You have no right.
Oh man, this Mirana is dirt poor. 0-1, or now 1-1. So Mirana is really struggling in the offlane. But, you know, on the flip side, Clockwork only has 3 CS himself, so he doesn't have a lot more, but...
I see, that's the only stun they have, though. I come on him, and he's dead.
Oh, Dazzle's going for it. He's diving deep, though. That Shadow Shaman hits way harder than you expect. Tries to put the poison on him. Shadow Shaman flinging more blasts and doesn't quite get it. Oh, now Shadow Shaman might be a little bit overstayed. Oh, ends up getting it with the poison. Aegis Worm claims the counter kill. And then up with the top lane, Oracle gets taken
double
down
damage
as well.
bottom. Alchemist is going to grab it. He might. Let's see if he does anything bottom with it.
Where's Alkhead? What's he got skilled up right now?
He's getting the bounty right now. But, I mean, he's not going to... Looks like he's not leveling up his unstable concoction, or nor does he have, like, one level of it as is. So he's not going to be able to gank until then. And his team don't have any reliable stuns other than the fact that they have that Oracle. So it's going to be difficult to actually roam around and get kills early on.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I don't think Alchemist is planning on farming anytime soon. I think he wants to sit back and just do nothing for a while.
Thing going for the... actually, there's a lot of good things going for them, but...
Oh, and
what is the name of
just beaten down by the Clockwork in the top lane.
Team? They're not roaming either. That's the thing. Like, they have the capability of doing it, especially with Shadow Shaman.
Another get gone on the Mirana down here. Dazzle is in position, does have the Grave, does put the Grave down. Mirana's going to live a little bit longer, tries to get another heal. Heal does come out, go hide in the trees. Oh,
They're getting
Mirana.
greedy. They're getting greedy.
Nice Grave from Dazzle there. Shadow Shaman puts another stun on. AD2L gets taken back. Oh my gosh, he actually almost turns that. The arrow is going to miss. The poison is going to start ticking down. What is he going to kill him? 3.
He's dead.
Oh, and oh, he tried to go for the deny, but he didn't get it. The neutrals did not get the kill. AD2L claims that one. Viper did get a turnaround kill at mid, though. Oh, that was so unlucky. He made the right play going in the neutrals, but he got punished for it. Oh my gosh, that was... I can't believe that. What are the odds that those neutrals don't kill him? Like, they hit pretty hard. Hits for 52 damage. Brutal.
Patience from Zone.
Tar is not having a good game, though. This Viper, 39-12 compared to the Alchemist, 24-0. Like,
I mean,
that's not what you want from an Alchemist.
What did you expect? Like, that lineup, I told you, he can't do anything against him.
No, looks like he's going to have to hop in the jungle. He knows he's in trouble. He's going to start using the jungle to try to get some farm back.
Even with his little acid spray, that corrosive skin does a lot of damage over time.
They're going to blast Sheepy again, too. Jeez, they're just not letting any LSC farm. Chaos Knight is not CSing very well, though. 16-1 with 7 minutes in. So he's way behind in CS.
He's just auto-attacking, it looks like. I saw like 3 of his attempts to get a creep.
Yeah.
Pushing the lane out too much, it looks like.
Oh, Arrow's gonna miss. He's gonna be just fine. Shackle does come in for Mirana. No Dazzle to save the Mirana this time. Snapped has already used his leap, though. Some massive juking skills here. Comes back in the cloud. Chaos Knight tries to wind something up, but just doesn't quite get it. Snap gonna keep diving in the jungle. Fires an arrow, but it's point blank, so very close. Gonna get hexed up. More right clicks. Chaos Bolt comes down. Oh, tries to get the Reality Rift. Oh, and then finishes her off. That was the... He made him lose a lot of CS for that, though. It was probably worth it in the end, but a lot of CS was missed by the Chaos Knight, which he really needs. 18-2.
On that straight armlet, too.
So Alchemist is slowly catching up on farm, but the big thing is he's in the jungle now, so the jungle's not worth near as much as normal creeps, so it'll be slightly misleading. His Greevil's Greed is up to level 3, so he'll get some decent CS from that, but LC tried to find the Shadow Shaman in the jungle, or in the river, but didn't have any luck securing it, so no kill for them at this point. I think Sheepy might be in a bit of trouble here. Clockwork doesn't have his ult yet, does have level 1 cogs. Nope, doesn't end up going for it. Another arrow does come out, tries to find the Shadow Shaman. Dazzle is here this time, though. It's going to scare off the Chaos Knight, and he's going to have to be forced into retreat. These 2 top and bottom lanes are just action-packed. Tar actually does join back in the mid lane. He has his ult this time, but I think so does Viper. Yep, Viper has his ult up as well. Viper is just rich. Oh my gosh.
As of right now, I feel like the lineup should be starting to get online here. Especially with the Huskar level 6.
Huskar tried to go for the kill on Keeper. He does end up getting it, but cost him his life. Definitely not worth that there. That Clockwork gets some more gold, which he's hurting for gold too. We're gonna pull up the net worth chart. Viper is just killing it in net worth. 4,500 gold in less than 10 minutes. He's got his Hurricane Pike already online.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And man, this Mirana, look, oh, the Mirana is so poor. 1,300 gold. The Shadow Shaman has more gold than the offlane Mirana.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Just really, really tough. And there goes the mid tower, and Viper secures that too, just continuing to boost him in net worth. I do think it's... Oh man, Clockwork's going to get another kill on Huskar. He does end up going down, but man, keeping the Huskar down is totally worth it. Ends up getting the kill. The supports end up getting kill on him, so Huskar doesn't get anything out of that. I do think when you have two highly defensive supports like this, it does really, really hurt your beginning of the mid game though, because you should be ganking now, and these supports aren't really gankers.
Well, the ganker is the Huskar, but he's supposed to be the hard carry, and he can't do that because he has no farm. And on top of that, like everybody, they have vision on him. Like, I don't see a.
Oh man,
This mid game is gonna be tough for LSC to. I
Yeah,
think
this
like,
Viper is just, it's just out of control. Level 10, Hurricane Pike already. This tower's dead. There's nothing they can do about it. Sheepy does want. Apparently, Sheepy wants to fight. Keeper's ult's online too. He's gonna start blasting.
Alchemist gets his radiance. They can't fight. They're just gonna have to avoid. It seems like.
Well, the one good news is Alex actually not too far off from having his Radiance. He's already at 3k, so he should have it in the next 5 minutes if he keeps the farm rate he's going. He is recovering fairly nice. Viper ends up getting that top tower again, though. How's the Chaos Knight doing? He's been kind of left alone for a little while. He is starting to pick up his farm a little bit. 41 and 2 at 12 minutes, so he's definitely behind where he wants to be. Does have 3 kills though, so it gives him a little bit of a boost there. His armlet, his armlet should be online in the next couple minutes. Snap has to ult to get out of this one though. Viper was actually sitting there waiting for him. Sheepy's armlet is quite a ways behind Chaos Knight, so Chaos Knight will have his armlet up first. And I think this is another dead tower. I don't think there's anything LC can do about it. Arrow does connect with Keeper, but no follow-up. Shadow Shaman wards are committed. They do a ton of damage to Aegis Worm. Oh my gosh, already bringing him down to half. Wow, LSC is bringing in reinforcements. Dazzle and Mirana are hanging out. Tower is going to fall. Clockwork's looking for an ult. Nope. Not going to commit to it. So you got all the tier 1s.
Like I said,
What's the next play for PZR? You think they're going to go for try to get a pick off and then go for some tier 2s?
I can just bum rush them again with those wards. Like, they can't do anything. Like I said, the Alchemist is literally gonna have to sit there and farm until he gets the Radiance because he's not worth anything as of right now. Like, he's not gonna contribute anything in these fights up until he gets that.
Alchemist is...
Maybe throw the acid spray down and walk and go back to farming. I don't know exactly. He's almost got it though, so
yeah,
might as well just farm the rest of it.
He's farming really well. He's actually caught up to Viper in the net worth, so that's probably the biggest thing for them is, even though PZR is ahead, this Alchemist is starting to kind of get a little scary. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. They can't fight till this Radiance is online, but man, they're like 800
space for the last 7 minutes for this guy. Like,
yeah.
It's been two and two together, like top and bottom, and then the Alchemist has just been in jungle because he can't lane against the Viper.
Huskar got his armlet online as well, so he's gonna be ready to fight. Miss Murata's still poor though. That's probably the biggest issue LSC has at this point is Miss Murata's not going to contribute a whole lot to their fights. I mean, the support heroes almost have as much gold as the Murata.
Same could be said about this Huskar. He's not very scary at all. He should be, at this point, he should be very scary if he wants to be a contribution to these fights, I think.
Oh, and that was an illusion hero. Now Tar's going to stun himself. I thought that Clockwork was real, but Clockwork, I was like, I ain't going in the middle of that team. I think I'm crazy. Yeah, PZR
Clockwork gets...
Oh, go ahead.
This Clockwork gets a blade mail. This Huskar is just going to be picked off all the time, I think.
He's very close to it, too. 200 gold out.
Him have it until he gets to...
Viper Ends up picking up
taking
some
farm.
dust too, so they can see the Mirana ult if it gets used for an escape. Chaos Knight's continuing to farm very, very well. They're kind of like, it's kind of the farming stage. The action's kind of settled down a little bit, and we're kind of getting to the farm.
Blade
Now,
mail,
if we
by
go
the
into
way.
a farm frenzy, I mean, does the advantage swing back to LSC, or does PZR, can they handle a farming heavy mid game?
Game. Well, as of right now, it's looking like Alchemist is taking all the farm from LSC. So if and as I don't know, I think it's going to be more like heavily the PZR just based off of the heroes and how far ahead of they are as of right now, especially with the Chaos Knight, Viper, and
Cut you off there. We have a smoke gank coming from PZR. They agree. They want to get some action caught up. They don't want this Alk to get any more farm. They find the Huskar. Clockwork ult is committed and is nailed. And that Blade Mail doing work. Huskar does go down.
pushing as early as possible. They have such a large lead right now.
Yeah, I
Especially with those wards, like they just keep every time that gets up, you should be putting that down by a tower, or doing something with it.
I think they know. They must have heard you talking or something like that, because I think they realize that they don't want this Alchemist to get out of control and then have to fight in the late game. They're very strong mid game right now. They are ahead. They only have 1,000 net worth advantage, but I think they have a pretty high experience advantage. So, and most of the net worth
Game lineup, I think. I with the Chaos Knight Viper, like they just counter both Huskar and Alchemist so well that I just think late game they have it too. Like they don't, but might as well finish it as early as possible with the lead they have. But they shouldn't have anything to worry about. Very biased, but this is looking pretty grim for LSC as of right now.
Another tower, tier 2 tower does go down. Oracle actually almost died in mid lane too. He's very, very close.
Image bottled, or not bottled, using it.
80 seconds for the Shadow Shaman ult to cool down. Looks like they're going to start pushing. They could probably push this mid tier 2 and then use the ult and probably clear tier 2 bottom. Alchemist should have his Radiance online now. Yeah, Radiance and bot Boots of Travel is online on Alchemist. Oh, Tar's actually engaging on the Clockwork down here. Blade Mail does get popped before the concoction hits though. And Alchemist isn't that scary. He's going to have to be a little bit careful. Viper's actually trying to find him in the jungle here, but he's going to get out clean.
Honestly, this Coddle's not far away from his scepter either. That's kind of scary.
Ooh, yeah, that's really scary.
He's more than halfway there.
Coddle Scepter, I mean, it's the best going. I think the big problem with this current patch is going uphill is very difficult. You can be really far behind, and you can defend high ground. Coddle eggs really makes high ground way easier. You know, blasting 500 heal waves in there, I mean, you can keep your team pretty well sustained for quite a while. Here comes another ult from Shadow Shaman, I think. Yep, ult is committed. Huskar is here. He's going to start cleaning up wards. See if Clockwork wants to try to defend it or not. Cuddle is committed as well. His tower's actually not gotten a lot of damage on. The wards are about dead. Looks like PZR does have most of their heroes on standby.
Dedicated the bottom. Oh, they can take mid. They need to get at least one tower, it seems like.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna back down now. Got some nice chip damage on the tower, and I think they're gonna just count themselves lucky that they didn't get anything else.
Geez, Shadow Shaman almost has a blink dagger. Oh, he's going scepter? He should go blink.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I don't think Shadow Shaman has enough mana pool for Scepter.
I just think, as of right now, if you get a pick off against the LSC, it's easy tower or barracks at that. Like on top of that, like you have the as is with Viper, Chaos Knight, and Coddle just blowing up the waves, you know? Like, it's just, you don't need a Scepter as of right now. You need more pickoff.
Oh, looks like we got some action up here. Looks like some blasts on this Dazzle down here. Oracle is going to come down with a save. Grave does come out. I don't think that's going to save you, Dazzle. I think you're still very, very dead. Huskar is actually coming in here.
Initiate.
Shade. He's going on the Keeper. The Keeper is going to start getting just beat down. Snaps is actually taking a ton of damage. Ult does come down on Oracle, and oh my gosh, PZR is just melting. Chaos Knight comes in here without any of his friends, though. He's a one-man army, and Alchemist is just letting him have it. Right-click after right-click, beating him down. Chaos Knight is trying to run, but the Oracle is going to Purifying Flames and take down. That was a huge fight for LSC. Oh my gosh.
Fight recap here.
Oh, now we have some more action coming up here. Clockwork's coming in all by himself. I'm not really sure what he was thinking. He tries to get the stun off, try to block that concoction, but not quite enough, and now he's going to fall too. Shadow Shaman's all by himself now too. Coddle is here, but he doesn't have a ton of damage. Alchemist is just burning away the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman's going to fall to Ziggity. Tar is so low, but he's not going to die. There's nothing else they can do. There's no more heroes, and now Dazzle's here to clean up the health. The ult's back online. Viper going to start laying into Tar. Ends up taking him down finally. The Alchemist is taken down, and Viper cleans at 645 gold from that kill, too. Woo! That was
on Alchemist there.
I think that was a little sloppy from PZR there. They sent a lot of heroes one at a time there. Oh man, that was a crazy fight. So, I'll look at the net worth chart here. Yeah, so LSC is now 3K ahead of PZR. Are we a little worried about PZR here? Mirana's still fairly poor. Gonna go for her Scepter.
Keep running in one at a time. They should be fine. Like I said, they have late game with the Chaos Knight and the Viper. So than the other team, I think, but should not be going on this Alchemist, that's for sure.
Yep, looks like they're going to try to go up here on the Mirana, but the Viper just wasn't quite fast enough. 30 seconds for a Shadow Shaman ult. They have all sorts of wards detecting the movements around there in the shrine. The two LSC supports are
away from a Scepter.
Force Staff is online
blowing
on the
up
Oracle.
those.
Oh, Chaos Knight actually takes down the Alchemist with his ult. Missed that, but very good kill for him. That's another 475 gold, so that's a nice bounty. That's the disadvantage of the Alchemist, is he gets so far ahead in farm. When you kill him, it's worth quite a bit of gold.
This Chaos Knight now is really close to getting that Manta.
All sorts of dust getting popped bottom lane, but they're not going to make anything of it. They were trying to find some kills on the Viper and the Coddle, but they're going to both get out. Now they're actually going to be trying to take Roshan on the side of PZR. Wards are committed. Chaos Knight starting to beat their Vipers came in there too, and I don't think LSC knows this is happening. LSC's around in the neighborhood. Are they going to see it in time? Oh, I don't think they know it's happening. Dazzle he didn't commit all the way. It's gonna be a free Roshan. Oh no, he can't get the Aegis! Oh no, he can't get it, the wards are blocking him! Oh my gosh, what are the odds? Okay, he ended up getting it finally.
I don't think I've seen that before.
I definitely have never seen that before. That's gotta be a little frustrating.
Trapped my own heroes, my own teammates in my wards on accident while doing Roshan, but I never blocked the Aegis.
So Tar's farming very well, does have his Manta online. He's 5,000 net worth ahead of the Viper. Viper does fall off in the late game. Are they going to try to get this tier 2 down here? Looks like PZR is gathering up. Chaos Knight ult will be ready to go in 10 seconds. Keeper almost has his scepter as well. Oh, Mirana missed the arrow there.
Radiant's bottom
Oracle's on the
tower is
flank.
under attack.
Looks like Alex is going to continue farming bottom lane. PZR is going to kind of regather. Looks like Viper actually went for a blade mail himself. Give him a little protection from the Alchemist, I think.
He had that for a while now.
So what do you think about blade mail and Viper? Do you think he should? Is that a good item, or should have he gone more DPS?
DPS. He should have got the Maelstrom before he got the blade mail, so he can farm faster. Because this is, as of right now, he's falling behind, and I don't think he needed. He's tanky as is. He didn't need the blade mail. I think he already had a blade mail in the clockwork.
Yeah, I would agree. I think I know what he's doing. He's thinking, oh, okay, I don't want. If I get gone on by the Alchemist, I can pop that and protect myself. But you have the Hurricane Pike. It kind of does the same thing, right? You're not in the position now. They kind of lost their lead, right? They're not in the position where he can justify having 2 defensive items. He needs to have another attacking item, or at least a farming item. I agree. I think the Maelstrom would have been a better pick.
Went on him. He has that Hurricane Pike. He could have just pushed away. Like, he does not need the blade mail. That's what I was.
And with his ults, I mean, he can ult Alchemist and then use the Hurricane Pike. That Alchemist is never going to get back to him. I mean, he's got the defensive items.
I think PZR have the better lineup in late game, but if they item choice is going the way that it's been going lately, I feel like LSC is going to actually win this, because they LSR, what is it? Sorry, I get these abbreviations all wrong. RZ, whatever it may be.
Dire and Radiant is fine.
Radiant is not going to win this based off of like the itemization and some of these fights that they pick. Like, they were walking in one by one when they had such a large lead, and now LSC is back in this game because of it.
Yeah, and I think the one thing I could say is I'm not a big fan of Snap's items. I think Scepter is a little overrated on Mirana at this point. I think it's much better for her to go a right-click build and then probably get a farming item. Got a lot of action going over here in the top Shroon though. Huskar ends up going down, but the Clogs from Clockwork actually cut off his team, and now Ziggity's getting ran down by Clockwork. He's trying to get his ult off. He will end up getting it. He might still end up dying. Starts laying down the heals on himself. He's not. Oh, he should have it. Yep, he survives. So
Has the Scepter now. He has enough for it at least.
now we're gonna start with that Huskar down. I don't think LLC can defend this. That was a really nice kickoff for PZR. Unfortunately for them, the Alchemist is doing Alchemist things. They want to see if they can catch him. They do have eyes on him. Oh no, they didn't. The smoke was it was nighttime. They didn't see him go up there. He's gonna get a clean escape, and they forced rotation 3. They end up still getting the tower over in the mid though. I do think they're gonna have to be careful with this Alchemist though. He's so fast, and during nighttime, they're gonna have a lot of clear vision. Alchemist is bringing out his ult stick though, and nighttime will be up fairly soon. 3 minutes out. I guess it's quite a ways out actually. I was thinking it was 30. No, it's 32. So do you think at this point PZR needs to wait for nighttime, or nighttime to expire?
I don't know. Like, they don't have the ward, so might as well, right? Like, they didn't.
Yeah, I think they need to be cautious.
Either get a pick off or.
I'm not sure they can win a fair fight. They have no vision up here. They do drop a sentry to protect against the Mirana ult. Clockwork's going to see a little vision on the backside, but they're very blind on their flank. And Chaos Knight's watching the shrine to see if anyone. Oh, and he just walked out as Oracle TP'd in. They're not going to see this. Here comes the Moonlight Shadow. LC's covered under the night. Clockwork's ended up going on the Huskar, and Chaos Knight starts blasting him. Huskar's all by himself. Dazzlegrave does come out. Chaos Knight continues to beat the crap out of him, though, and he is not going anywhere. Completely locked down. And now with the Chaos Knight all in expired, I think PZR are going to want to go high ground.
Yeah.
And here comes, oh man, Mirana gets way too out of position. She's going to get picked off. Oh, man, nice Grave. Does that end up covering the Dazzle? Tar has rotated back up here, trying to help his team out. Oracle does get some immobilizes out. Unstable Concoction gets popped out. The tower is down. I think that's what PZR want, and they're getting the heck out of there. They can claim shrines now, and then they can probably reset for the next Roshan.
So DD bottom.
Oh, jeez. If they see that, that'll be... Oh, luckily for them, Roshan's a ways out. If Roshan would have come up fast, I think that would have been... That might have been game. We're quite a ways out from Roshan. So that definitely helped LC. Wow, this game is very turny. There's a lot of pickoffs are ended up to being some very big losses and ended up costing LSC a lot there. Huskar dying twice. Actually, those 2 deaths cost him 3 towers. So Shadow Shaman did finish his scepter now too. So his ult costs 350. Which is a fourth of it, over a fourth of his mana pool. And man, when that hits level 3, it costs even more. 600 mana. It'll deplenish his mana pool by half.
That's what he's good for as of right now. Seems like he's. I mean, he's really good with lockdowns so far. But I mean, they're primarily just worried about him getting those wards down because they seem to be doing the most work.
As we were saying, Huskar was getting caught out by himself a lot. Chaos Knight ends up actually getting caught out by himself in the top lane. Tar and the Huskar kill him off fairly easily, and it looks like they want some revenge down here. Maybe want to try to claim another tower for themselves. This tower is already done. They're going to have to rotate to the mid lane. Viper is all by himself, starts beating into Tar. Blade Mail actually doing a reasonable amount of damage. Pops the Hurricane Pike, gets the Huskar away from him, is going to end up going down. Huskar is still continuing to do work. This magic damage is just doing nothing. He is clearing heroes. Tar is up in the back line, taking out more heroes. 4 heroes are gone on PZR, and I don't think LSC are going to stop. I think they're going to end up going high ground. What is going on here?
They're going to force buybacks, and then they're going to back, if they have any. What are the buyback situations here?
Ooh, only Chaos Knight and Clockwork. Chaos Knight ult is committed. He's going to start pulling down into Tar. Tar is just taking a ton of damage. Graves going to come out, give him a little bit more protection, but there are so many Chaos Knight illusions here. Are they going to be able to get off the L there? Yes, Tar is end up falling. And now the Shadow Shaman is holding down the other hero. And now Chaos Knight's going to get the Huskar and ends up actually protecting their base. Minimal damage on the tower, and 4 heroes go down on the side of LSC. Woo,
based off those 2 fights, I think RZ definitely won that just based off of who got the farm, which was Chaos Knight. And now look, he has his AC now because of it.
Oh my gosh, and yeah, he's getting a lot of key items online. He's got a lot of armor for the right clicks on LSC as well. I think he is going to need an MKB for that Radiance, but man, much after that, that physical damage from that Chaos Knight is just so much for that Alchemist to deal with. He just can't heal fast enough. Oh, and Chaos Knight got the plus 12 stats, so he's even tankier. His illusions will be even harder to kill.
What do you think about BKBs on a Radiant side? Like, do you think they need them? I honestly don't think they do, but
let's look here. There's not a lot of lockdown on LSC. They might actually be able to get away with not having BKBs. I mean, Chaos Knight does not want to build a BKB. It's not an item that he's good with. Viper works okay with a BKB, but you know they're not able to really lock Viper down very well. They don't really have any lockdown on LSC. I mean, if you get hit with an arrow, the BKB is nice. You could also Manta dodge it too, and Viper works well with Manta as well. So I think they'll actually be okay without BKBs. On the flip side, I think LSC definitely needs BKBs. There's so much lockdown. Just the Shadow Shaman alone, and then the Keeper are enough for probably BKBs. I think Huskar needs a BKB big time, and he's actually working on it right now.
this is we'll have his AC here in a second once he gets to the secret shop for buyback.
Think
May
he'll wait?
very-
He'll probably wait for buyback. You think? You think they're gonna risk it?
I don't think he should. I think he should just get that AC. He has the ages. What's there to...
That's a good point. I forgot he had ages. Oh man, Tar is all by himself down here. I don't know. I think his Dota sense is tingling. Oh! Wow! I cannot believe how close that was. I don't know how they knew he was there, but man, that hook shot was right on the money. If that would have been it, that might have been another lane of racks.
Vision with his ults.
Oh, you're right. It is daytime, isn't it?
We'll take that.
Oh my gosh, Tar, you better be praying to the Dota gods tonight. I think they just saved you a lane of racks. However, I think PZR wants to go high ground and see if they can do more to this top lane, this bottom lane.
Radiant are scanning.
AC's up on Chaos Knight.
And I think...
Pretty scary too with that Maelstrom.
Yeah, Chaos Knight is just hitting like a truck too. Hits for over 200 damage, and when he has all his illusions online, I mean that is a ton of physical burst. Alchemist has 3,000 health. He does have his Octarine core, so that's going to help a lot in this defense. Chaos Knight goes a little aggressive here. Doesn't end up popping his ult, but man, he was way overutilized there. Ends up picking off the Huskar anyways. I can't believe he got away with that. Still has the ages though. Oracle going to try to stun the Chaos Knight, but these racks are going down super fast. The Alchemist illusions are doing a decent amount of damage, but man, Mirana's end up falling as well. Tar ends up getting stunned all over the place. They're going to start beating down. Chaos Knight has returned, starts blasting into Tar. The Shallow Grave is going to come in here. So is actually, he gets dual ulted by both supports. He has all sorts of armor and all sorts of healing, but it does not matter. He is taking so much damage. Tar does end up going down. Buyback has to be committed. Rax is down, and now PZR is in full retreat mode. They didn't lose a single hero, and they want to see if they can not lose a single thing, and got the Alchemist buyback. That is a huge win for PZR.
I think their late game, Radiant's late game is way better.
That
Knight destroys them.
That Chaos Knight, I mean, he had the ages. I still thought that was a little aggressive, but boy, that actually probably won them that fight. They picked off that Huskar so fast, and it was so unexpected. They had a really good high ground ward here, and that's actually what set up the fight. I think that might have been a slight error from the supports of LLC. They should have probably had sight over there, so they could have spotted that out. Their sentry ward is not quite in position to see that off ward there. And as soon as they spotted out that Huskar, Chaos Knight committed to it, knowing he had the ages. And the extreme risk was worth the extreme reward, and they claimed that Rax, no problem.
Next fight's going to be the determining point as to who wins this game, I believe, based off of who has buybacks and who doesn't. Because as of right now, Chaos Knight and Viper have buybacks, and those are the two key heroes that are needed on the Radiant side in order for them to hold or win.
Yeah, and Alchemist had to commit his buyback, so he's on buyback for a long time. If they pick him off, he's going to be down for a long time. At this point, is it desperation smoke time, or do you think it's worth trying to get more farm on your Alchemist?
The vision they have, they need to be playing safe. High ground fights only until they see where they are and find an opportunity to pick someone off with the vision that is provided. But
they have very weak vision. They only have a ward down here, and a ward down here, and then a ward over here. This ward will be basically useless because they're not going to be focusing on this. This will give them a little vision on when they're coming, but boy, when they're going high ground, they're going to be very blind.
He should have been killed right there.
Oh man, Huskar just living on an edge here. Yeah, I think this is the smart move. Let's kill this shrine. We don't want to have any ganks and back hits. Pick off the shrine, and then they can decide what to do. Alchemist did get some damage on this bottom tower, but I don't think it's near enough. These towers are very healthy still. Alchemist is really close to this Viper over here. Ends up popping his ult. Oh, Clockwork's here. I think this is gonna be a dead Alchemist, and he is completely and utterly on buyback. Ends up trying to go invisible. Will he get out of this? Oh my gosh, they do not have detection. Tar is regenerating all of his health back up. Shadow Shaman's looking for him though. They see the Radiance burn. They know he's around. They're fighting him, and now, man, Clockwork recommits his ult, and now he's a dead Alchemist. Alchemist had nowhere to go, and he is down for 108 seconds. Oh.
Turned off his radiance. That's the thing, though. Like once he hit the jungle right here, the forest, right? That's when he turned it off, but it was too late by then.
Oh, that was a key pickoff for PZR. I don't think LSC can hold this at all without it. I mean, do you try to give up a Rax and pray to God they back up?
I think.
Here comes Chaos Knight. He wants the Huskar. He sees the Huskar. He's going to go for the objectives, though. Play smart. Sees the Oracle. Maybe try to go for an Oracle pick. Alchemist still has a full 60 seconds. Dazzle does commit his buyback. He's coming back. Mirana's out for 83 here. Her buyback is still on cooldown. This Chaos Knight is just going to wreck these barracks. I think this is another easy lane.
I don't see why they didn't go for the win.
I mean, this is GG. I don't think anything else you can do about it. And freaking Keeper just healing his team up in the background. And now Chaos Knight is trying to find the Huskar. Wants to dive some towers. They need to play it safe. I believe these two teams are pretty highly ranked now. They don't want to throw this game and give up a point in the group stage. So play it smart, get the towers. Clockwork flings an ult. Does have an Aghanim though, so Huskar's actually going to commit though. The Keeper ult just fully heals him right back up though. No problem. The Grave is going to keep him around for a little bit longer, but he will soon follow. He does have buyback. He will be committed. Oracle did have to ult himself now, and I don't think he's going to survive that. I think he's very, very dead. Huskar recommits back on somebody, but hits an illusion. Now he's going to have to fight Viper, and Viper just lays down the pain on him. Nice Grave from Aegis Worm, though. Going to keep him alive for a little bit longer. Buybacks are fully committed from LLC. They have no more. BZR is like, hey, we're going to retreat. Apparently they're chasing an Alchemist, which I didn't even notice. Alchemist is just trying to get some kills where he can. They ended up getting a Viper, but that was the only kill they got. And now PZR claim a 15,000 net worth advantage.
The Aegis again, so it's Chaos Knight essentially didn't have to. He has a nice buyback already.
Oh my gosh. And he's got, I guess he did commit his buyback to get back in there, but I didn't even notice Chaos Knight died, to be honest, so.
Died from that Huskar,
I
think.
Okay. He has butt boots now. They're going to get this Aegis pretty easy. LSC is in all sorts of trouble. They do not have a great Mega Creep. Huskar is awful at Mega Creeps. He doesn't even have his BKB yet. He is so far from it, too. He's just... I'm guessing he is way down on the net worth chart. Yeah, actually, some support heroes are higher than the Huskar. Oof. Very, very tough game. Tar does have his AC now. It'll help a little bit in the fights, but I think this one's going to be mostly on the back of Tar. Maybe if Mirana can get a really solid arrow. But Mirana went with the Blink Dagger, which normally I would say is probably okay, but the LSCs don't have any damage. Their items are not really helping themselves out much.
Going like an initiator of some sort. They don't have that.
No. Yeah,
I thought for sure it was gonna be like a. Well, if there was Axe wasn't banned, it would have been an Axe or like a Tide Hunter or something.
I think, I think a Tide Hunter. I even think a Magnus wouldn't have been too bad. I don't love Magnus in the off lane, but I think something to help clear those Chaos Knight illusions, I think that would have been a really good pick. Mirana's just not enough. Even with the dual Starfall, those Chaos Knight illusions take a ton of damage. He's got 3,000 health. They are not dying that fast. And he hits like a freaking truck with that when online.
Yeah, he needs to just get rid of those treads and put the cheese on there. So. But
Yeah, I'm
he's,
actually surprised he hasn't done that yet. I mean, I guess he's got ages. Maybe he's just waiting for ages. Gets a little bit
the
back.
cooldown is when you swap it out, but
Clockwork
at this
does
point,
end
it
up
doesn't matter.
going on some Alchemist illusions, and Chaos Knight just deletes the Dazzle from battle. I mean, Tuskar is actually going to go on the Chaos Knight. They actually might get him here. Aegis, he does have Aegis. He will be coming back. Oh man, Dust actually starts revealing all the team of LSC. There are wards everywhere, just beaten down into Tar, and they are going to take this. They will win the first game of this 2-game series. GG goes in the favor of PZR. Woo! That was kind of a crazy game. That was a little up and down for a little while.
I think the draft is what determined it, though, for the most part. There was some bad plays, but I mean, LSC did fights, but it just happened to fall down to the draft. I think at that point.
Well, that is only the first game of this 2-game series. Game 2 will be online in just a moment. So grab yourself a beverage, hang out. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Is it really? Like, they actually have ties?
Yeah.
Why is it called best of 3 if it's best of 2?
remaining.
All right, everybody, we're back for Game 2 of the best of this Game 2 series. It's just a 2-game series, not a best of 3. So that's what they do for the group stages here in the AD2L Season 17. So I'm back with Minivan Man. We're back in the draft. What do we think so far?
It's a real hit or miss, I guess. Like I said, the Void is a great initiator. And
That's what they didn't have last game, right? I think that was one of the key
But-
things they didn't have.
well, that was for, Lemon Snowdrip Cones. Yeah, they have a great initiator this time. That's what they needed to begin with last game. But they picked the Marana, which I think really hurt them in the long run. But as of right now, it's looking like anybody that has ever played with a Void or against a Void, it knows that he's a game changer. Like, depending on how well he is at landing that chrono, that can either ruin the game for that team or make it. Like, it's hard to say as of what lineup is best right now.
The only thing I'd say is Keeper's pretty good at dealing with the chrono as long as he's not in it. His blinding light is insanely good at like disrupting the chronosphere. But I think that they're going to be putting a lot of onus on Ricky to probably keep the Keeper at bay. That, kind of keeping it, staying in the back line with the Keeper. Oh, man. And they just want all counter initiation for that Void. Admiral Kunkka comes out. Probably, what do you think? We're pretty sure that's a support hero, right?
I hope so. He's a really good support hero. He's going to be a roamer, I bet. It's going to be an off-lane clock. It's going to be a support coddle for bottom, whoever's going to be the hard carry. And then the Kunkka is going to be initially going bottom with them, but then I think it's going to be roaming. And I think the same can be said with the Ricky. Like, he's going to start off top or wherever he starts off, but then he's initially going to just transition into just roaming around and trying to pick off kills. Which in the last game, Lemon Snow Cones didn't have that roamer. And that's another reason as to why Alchemist had such a hard time getting online, is because that Viper just destroyed him. And I think that turned the tide for Petting Zoos to win that game, because just over mid and running over bottom and just opened up a way where they got, like, what was it? I think they got all the tier 1s and every tier 2 except 1 before Lemon Snow Cones even got 1 tower.
Yeah, I think they got 1 or 2, but yeah, I mean they own the map. Like, the map was definitely our PCR's last game. And apparently
had the lineup.
Snowcones wants to just run. So what are we thinking? Void offlane and then Bloodseeker carry at this point? That sounds fairly likely.
A jungling Bloodseeker. I feel like he does pretty well.
That'd be a really greedy lineup.
It's hard to say up until you see the next pick.
Yeah, their picks are a little bit flexible. I really hope Kunkka's a roamer. I think Kunkka's one of the best roamers in the game now. I think if you can land his combos, he can turn a fight, especially against something like a Void. I really don't like him as a core, though. I think he's actually the complete opposite on the core. I think he's one of the worst cores in the game, and I think he's a very weak core. So I'm hoping he's a support hero.
Now, I think Lemon Snow Cones need some reliable stuns. They don't have, besides the ulti of the Void, but they don't want to rely on that. They're going to have to get 2 supports at a hero, and I'm hoping they do like an Invoker mid, just so they can do the wombo combos with that Chronosphere.
Phantom Assassin.
Invoker's never mind, banned out. Can't do that. I don't know then.
Yeah, I'll be curious what LSC picks up for their other support here. PA, in general, is a really good carry for a lot of supports. She can light up a lot of supports. However, I don't think she's super effective against a Bloodseeker or a Faceless Void. Both of them are reasonably tanky heroes. Void has his time walk to get away. It's definitely not a perfect PA game by any means. So, what do you think? Is Shadow Shaman available? I think Shadow Shaman would be an excellent pick. Oh, and they go for the Lion instead. Similar type hero.
I think Petting Zoo's picked the PA because they're assuming that they're gonna pick like a sniper or some kind of ranged hero that's a glass cannon essentially, and if you get on top of them, they die. So the PA
10
is really good for
seconds
that.
remaining.
But I don't know necessarily if it was
5
if they
seconds
shot the gun on that. They
remaining.
should have maybe picked the carry last and then picked the mid. I'm just trying to I think like I don't like PA all that often, so it's
No,
just
I agree. I think PA
Red team
PA
back.
is one of those heroes where she's to me a high risk, high reward hero. If you have an insane good laning and you get an early deso, she just lights up heroes, right? Gets a couple crits off. But then like if you have a mediocre laning or you just have a really unlucky crit
10
and you don't
seconds
get
remaining.
any, then you're like the opposite. You just barely even tap them. Like I mean,
5
without a
seconds
desolator,
remaining.
she just doesn't hit very hard, and those crits don't hit for very much. So she definitely needs farm. LSC looks like they want to go fairly
Radiant
aggressive
team
with a
pick.
Bloodseeker. He does not take much to come online, and PA doesn't really have a lot to protect herself against a Ruptured. Kunkka is there, definitely there. He can give her some rum and fling some AOE spells out, and same with the Keeper. But the Ricky's definitely going to be there to disrupt that as well. So
10 seconds
I think it
remaining.
might be a lot about execution in the laning phase. I think the support
5
heroes are going to
seconds
be the ones
remaining.
that are going to determine this game so far. We'll see what the mids are, though. I mean, at this point, both mids are not taken, so we have really little insight of what the mids here are. So LC gets to pick their mid first. Um, I don't even have a clue what I would pick for a mid at this point.
I would like OD in this. I think
Dire team pick. Lena.
Lena's a good too. I like Lena a lot.
Actually, I like Lean a lot. Really good for the PA. I'd even say it's pretty good against Keeper. No, pretty weak against the Kunkka and Clockwork, but I don't think you're going to find a hero that
10
is going to
seconds
be very
remaining.
strong against all four of those heroes. They're fairly diverse.
5 seconds remaining. Choose your hero.
What do you think of Shadow Fiend?
I honestly don't think it's a bad pick.
Why is that?
Guess as long as he's out of the chrono, if he gets good farm early game, which is looking like he's gonna have a hard laning phase, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about too.
I'll dominate him, I think, once she gets 5-ish, or even 4, with that wave. If you don't level up your stun and just kind of do that fiery breath and then the auto attack one, I think that'd be the best move on her part, maybe, just so she get farm and harassment. But she's gonna have that Ricky roaming around and the Lion roaming around eventually too, and that's just gonna Shadow Fiend's farm. But if he gets a decent lining phase, he will be semi-efficient going against the Void Chrono, because if he doesn't get Chrono, he'll be able to auto attack out of it.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to do the Clockwork trick for Shadow Fiend, get him some extra souls to give him a slight advantage in the lane, which is I think definitely the way to go.
LSC's gonna win this just based off the draft.
I like LLC's draft quite a bit. Kind of like last game, I didn't like the Mirana. I don't like the Shadow Fiend at all. I think Shadow Fiend was not the right pick. I'm not sure what I would have picked instead. Definitely a ranged hero, so I think they got that right. But boy, with Sheepy playing Ricky, I don't think you want anything near this. And then on the flip side, Sheepy's scouting around up here for the rune. There is no detection for PZR. They probably could have gotten an easy kill if they would have. I do love Kunkka's top, though. It makes me giggle every time I see it. Shadow Fiend is going to start with plus 25 for his souls, though, so that's pretty good. Alright, let's see if Sheepy can, is Sheepy going to be able to steal his rune? Is he going to be able to get it?
Battle begins.
Oh, man. He got it. Oh, man. That's hurting PA already. She's going to be a ways out before she gets her Quelling Blade. And Bloodseeker actually started with a Quelling Blade, so he's probably going to get quite a bit of farm in this lane. I personally don't like Lion in the laning phase. I think he is kind of a weak laner. I think his stuns are very weak. I think Shadow Shaman is basically a better version of Lion. I don't mind him in the later phases, but boy, I think he's really weak in the laning phase, and I think he's gonna have a little bit of a problem protecting Snap down here, especially with 2 heroes down here, since they sent the Keeper down here as well. Let's pull Blast.
I disagree with that, but I think Lion's a strong hero.
I think he's strong, but not in the laning phase. I think he's very weak in the laning phase.
Level 3, I think he's strong. Like, I don't necessarily agree with you because you can like mana drain and just pretty much spam the hell out of that Earth Spike.
Yeah, the problem with the Earth Spike is it's about only a 1.5 second stun. And
Problem is though, they don't
versus the shackles significantly longer, and typically you don't have a lot of offlaners that have a lot of ability to disrupt the shackle, and you don't really need a lot of mana.
Shadow Shaman, I do agree, is a very strong laning phase hero, but I also agree that Lion is as well, just based off of like if he has. I think that's the thing though. Like Lion's a strong laning hero if he has a carry that has a stun as well.
Yes.
Like that's what I think.
Okay, I would agree with that.
This is why I always ask for Sven in the lane with me when I play Lion.
No, I will say I think I like Lion's ult way better than Shadow Shaman's. That's the one thing. I think mana drain's kind of a weak ability, but I think the ult's very strong. So I think that's why they kind of balance each other.
Disagree with you. I think Shadow Shaman's ult's better than Lion's.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh
definitely.
my gosh, we're just not agreeing at all. But but Keeper missed the blast, which would have killed Bloodseeker. Oh man, they both Aegis Worm and Snap get out with just the nick of their health. Keeper's gonna go in for another blast here, but they're manning back, or they're charging back up, so I think they're gonna be okay. I'm gonna check out some other lanes here. Kunkka is popping down a sentry, trying to find Sheepy. Sheepy's just doing Sheepy things. This is exactly what he does. He's gonna kind of hang out. Oh, he is gonna get in range of this sentry now, so they will see him. Back down here in the bottom lane, there's all sorts of action going on down here. What's surprising is Tar is having all sorts of problems in this mid lane. Shadow Fiend is obliterating him 18 to 7. This is not what I thought was going to happen. I thought it was going to be the other way around, even with the soul advantage that he had to start off with.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Lena's not the best at last hitting early on.
that animation! Oh, that animation! Oh. That's
why I was saying maybe she should do the Dragon Slave and the Fiery Souls before she ever does the Lightning Strike array, just based off of like the last hitting, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. It helps you.
That's what I was trying to get for her.
Here comes Clockwork, looking for Snapped. Gonna get some good hits off. The Hex does come out, protects him a little bit longer. Aegis Worm is gonna come and get a nice stun off. Oh, Clockwork does commit his cog. Snap is all sorts of low. Fairy Fire's up. He's gonna get away with almost no health. 44 health. The cogs was not enough. So close. And Lena actually almost dies as well. Oh, and tries to go to the Ancients, but not successful. Lena will be first blood this game. 1-0.
With the Lion, I don't upgrade the Hex up until like level 4. I get the Earth Spike, then I get the Mana Drain, then I get the Earth Spike again, and then I get the Hex, just based off the damage.
Totally agree. I think his Hex is really freaking good. Oh, and the Clockwork didn't quite... Oh! The Coddle picks off the Lion. Coddle, or thought he got away there. The Cogs didn't quite capture him in there, but the Coddle was able to clean it up. So let's see here. They're trying to figure out, I think LLC's trying to figure out how they're going to get some kills. PA is very low, but they don't have a lot of DPS for this. Tar is catching up a little bit. Shadow Shaman's coming in there, or Shadow Fiend's coming in there, blasting him down though. He's already down to 200 health. Gonna have to start popping bottle charges. Misses the Shadow Fiend actually with that Dragon Slave too. Ziggity is just way behind in the back line here. Not really sure what he was. I think he was going for Kunker or something.
It's harassing him, out of lane.
Coddle? Where did Coddle run off to? Oh, he's back over here giving everyone mana, so Shadow Fiend's going to come back in lane now. Boy, Shadow Fiend's having a great game, though. This is very opposite. I figured Sheepy would be really focusing on disrupting that farm of Shadow Fiend.
Like I said, early levels, Lena's going to have an issue, but once she hits, like, well, I mean, now I guess she's kind of getting dominated, but level 6 and like a simple gank from anybody, really, like, that's an easy kill.
Looks like Sheepy's going to try to claim this rune up here. Easy rune for him.
Smoked. He shouldn't have just walked up there like that. Now he's just taking XP. It's not going to do anything.
Yeah, I think whenever you make rotations for the supports, you absolutely have to have a smoke. Oh man, Punk actually brings Ziggity back. Ziggity is to probably get away still, though. Gets a nice time walk out. No crits from the PA quite yet. However, Ziggity is
Ziggity's dead. Manager doesn't.
Starts blast him down. Time walk. Will be there to help him out if he needs it. Doesn't need it though. Agesworm actually rotating all the way to the top lane. Throws down there a spike. Not quite there and did not set up for the tar hit. Ziti tries to come in there again. Almost actually ends up dying. LSC committed a lot of resources in this top lane. They're not getting anything out of it. Snapped is doing pretty well in this bottom lane. Sitting at level 5. But so is the Clockwork's actually ahead of him in experience too. Oh, it looks like LLC wanted a shrine. That's why Retar rotated in. I'm not sure what so Sheepy's just experience drain in mid a little bit. This tower's almost dead at mid though. PZR looks really strong right now. Shadow Fiend, level 8 at 7 minutes in. That is insane. That is almost a flawless game for him.
Considering that he has 24 denies and Lena only has 29 last hits, it says a lot.
Oh my gosh!
Based
no
off
kidding.
that.
Sheepy tries to get really nice body block. They are going to get lots of blasts, and Alt does get committed. Fairy Fire! Oh, does not save him. Coddle now comes in here, tries to get a blast off, but will not get a return kill. Coddle actually committed his beam in as well, but didn't have a lineup for his ult. The creeps were there to protect LSC. Huge kill for LSC, though. Really, definitely helped gain them a little momentum. I didn't quite catch what the gold spike was from that, but I think it was probably...
A regeneration on Lena now.
And her ult's already almost back up. 30 seconds out. Chronosphere is now available. Rupture is available. All the big ults are coming on LSC. I think this is where PZR are going to be in potentially a little bit of trouble if LSC decide to try to come in here and gank.
Honestly, if they just roll in as 5, like,
Let's see what hell has
do much about it. Just
even though the Shadow Fiend had a great start, he's still extremely vulnerable to ganks, especially from Ricky. Ricky can set up ganks so well on him. They actually get a nice spot off on Ricky down here. Actually going to get a double gush. Ricky should fall. Oh, the Chronosphere locks in 3, and that will give Sheepy his time to escape. Wow, nice commitment from the Chrono at saving his support. I think that was probably worth it there. I don't think they were going to get a kill here fairly soon. Well, Chrono's down now. PZR have an open to make an objective. I think this is their time to take it.
regeneration.
The only thing is, wow, it looks like PA is not going to rush her Desolator. Going to go for probably a Vlad's.
she should.
Clockwork gets gone on bottom lane. Didn't quite see that in time. X-Torrent is going to come out, but I think Ziggity is still pretty freaking tanky. I think he'll be okay. It's actually, I was a little worried for LLC for a little while, but PCR just aren't able to make a lot out of it, even with the Chronosphere.
SF, they kind of turned it around now.
Yeah, they just they aren't able to get a lot of objectives. Even with the massive lane advantage that the Shadow Fiend has, Lena's catching up pretty fast. He is still 20 CS ahead, but
That, yeah, she's gonna get that Bloodstone by 20, I think, and then the game's gonna start turning around from there. It's already pretty close as is.
yeah, very close game. LC actually has a reasonable net worth advantage right now, a little over 2k net worth. Chrono's still down for 40 seconds. If PZR want to have a shot at taking objective, now is a really good time. Ooh, Agesworm almost got the Hex off on Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. Didn't quite get in range.
As soon as that Lena builds her Dragon Lance, her Bloodstone, she can start focusing on the Bloodthorn. She doesn't even need to get an MKB for that PA.
Yeah, that's actually really valid. That's actually a really good point. I think that would be really good. And
That's like
Sheepy's getting gone on
mid-late
in mid. Shadow Fiend's gonna lay down his nukes and take him out. Clockwork actually got a little bit out of position there, trying to go on Tar. Tar does get mana leaked out. Cog should come out here. Cog's gonna bounce Tar back, and that should be a pretty clean kill for them. So that's that was almost a 1,000 net worth swing for PZR there. Lots of heroes committed, but they end up getting 2 kills, and this will be a very dead tier 1 if they want to take it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I think they do want to commit to it. Sheepy's going to try to protect the cloud. Get some mana drain out. They end up getting the deny, but the tower is going to fall, providing PZR a little bit more map. However, on the flip side, Sheepy did take off the other tower on the bottom lane. Looks like Clockwork's going to go in there, but the smoke cloud will protect him. Targets a really nice LS strike on Clockwork. That will take him out. He tried to give himself some Hog's protection, but it just wasn't enough.
I don't know that. I feel like she needs Bloodstone more so than Yule's.
I think she was a little worried she was behind the setup. Oh man, Snap is actually going to get a Rupture off on Keeper right now, but gonna just do the one weakness to Rupture TP out. Looks like LLC want to see if they can commit on more. They know that the Keeper just TP'd to the fountain, and they probably are assuming Shadow Fiend is all by himself, and they are right, but they have no way of catching him. He's got haste. He's just running away. They even saw he had haste, but he just moved on the trigger, and he got the heck out of there.
My God,
Clockwork actually walked in there. I'm not really sure what he was doing there. Chronosphere is ready. Shadow Fiend is in position for the nukes. Gonna start laying down the ult. Ult is gonna get committed. Keeper does fall down. Kronos, oh boy, almost got taken out, but the Time Walk does come in. X pulls him back into the fight, and now Clockwork is going to get blasted by a Lion, taken down. 2 heroes down for PZR, and I think the fight will end there. A little bit sloppy, but LSC does get 2 kills out of it, and no losses for them. About an 800 gold net swing.
That was very fortunate for the LSCs, for sure. They were way too deep, I think.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think the Clockwork shouldn't have been there either. I think they were a little. I think he was a little out of position as well. I mean, Shadow Fiend barely.
Literally,
made it
Shadow
out.
Fiend. Yeah, Shadow Fiend saw all 5 of them coming on him, and then Clockwork walks into them afterwards.
I mean, they had no vision in that jungle. They did not want to take a fight there. I think probably what happened is there was some miscommunication, but that was not an opportunity to take a fight. Clockwork definitely got punished for that and ended up giving up 2 kills because of it. And who got the kills on those? Looks like the supports got the kills, so that was probably the only good thing they ended up getting out of that fight.
Time is money.
Vladimir's offering almost complete on PA. She should have that up here in the next maybe minute and a half, 2 minutes. Looks like we've got some action going on Tar here. Starting to take all sorts of nukes from Shadow Fiend. Ends up actually whiffing his last nuke, but he's going to get the last right click and slays the Lena. So ends up getting some more gold for that bad fight they took up top. Looks like Snap is rushing. What do you think about Radiance on
Radiant's top
Bloodseeker?
tower is under attack.
A smart move on his part. I guess he's close enough to getting it. It might be a... Oh, it's 14 minutes in, 15 minutes in. I don't know. I'll help him boost his farm up a little bit more. I feel like he should have been more like aggressive early on because late game I think game on the other team, the Dire side. It's hard to say though.
Looks like they're gonna reinitiate on PA here. PA looks like she's gonna get out of this. Yep, Aegis Worm was mana draining, trying to get enough mana to do a stun, just didn't have enough. Looks like they're hunting down a Void over here. Boy, this Shadow Fiend just hits ridiculously hard, but oh, gets a nice. Oh, and I think he's gonna die from that one. He used his time walk to get away, got a lot of health back, but end up dying anyways. And I think this will be a bottom tier 1 tower for PCR. I think LSC could potentially trade it though. They have a lot of resources up in the top area. I think these support heroes want to be a little bit careful. LSC is all around them. Oh man, LSC want to defend this bottom lane. Locke's gonna get cocked and picked off. Ends up getting blasted by the Lina. Oh man, they're actually dual committing here. They want the Shadow Fiend. Lina does walk into the Chronosphere, but it should still be a dead Shadow Fiend. Ult is committed. He goes down, and the clock will escape. So I thought they were going to go split their targets, but they kind of refocused and killed the Shadow Fiend, which I think was definitely the pure pick-off they wanted.
PA has their Vlad. It's just a matter of getting the career.
And Radiance is actually about 1,000 gold out from for Snapped.
Long run because he's gonna get more farm because of it, and I think it's gonna be pretty big in these fights. Stunner. Oh, PA is dead.
Yep, I don't think he's getting out of this. Keeper does try to commit a blinding light, but not enough, and PA does fall. I don't really like this Vlad's pickup on PA. I think it's a little slow for what you need right now. They need just pure damage right now to deal with some of these LC heroes. LC are starting to tank up quite a bit. This Void's got 1,000 HP plus the ability to back off all that damage. They need to just burst some of these heroes down, otherwise they're not going to be able to win these team fights coming in the mid game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tar is very close to having a Yule Scepter too, so he's going to be able to set up these fights very nice for his team.
Look at that. Bloodseeker has Radiance.
And now LSC has the advantage that the PA have too, right? Mass amounts of evade. And really, you know, now that I'm actually thinking about it, minus the Shadow Fiend nukes, most of PZR's damage is physical. They have, you know, some magic from
Coddle,
Keeper.
Wave.
Yeah, but like, I mean, Shadow Fiend and PA, most of their damage is just physical damage. So that's actually not as... I still think I would have liked more of an aggressive build like a...
Also pisses off the PA for now she has to buy an MKB if she wants to deal with them.
Yeah,
I think.
And it also helps protect your support heroes too. Clockwork ult does miss on Snap there. I think that would have actually been a really easy kill for them, but doesn't quite get it. I don't think they had a... Oh, they did actually have an Observer there. So that's why they saw that, so... Snap could see that and evaded that very nicely. Looks like Aegis Worm's going to go for a 4-staff. It's always fun 4-staffing Ruptured Heroes, I will admit. Like, if I have a Bloodseeker on my team, I love getting 4-staff. It's one of my favorite things to get as a support hero.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Tar does have his Yule Scepter online, so he's going to be able to initiate these fights very nicely. What do you think?
I like to get Dagon for the support hero so you can kill him faster.
Yeah, you would. I don't think Dagon's the game plan here. Sheepy looks like he's going for an Echo Saber. It's a little bit interesting. They're trying to be a little aggressive on PA up here, but PA's got all sorts of friends in the neighborhood. I think they want to be careful.
I honestly like the Void build though. He's gonna get that Maelstrom, I mean, so it's gonna boost up his farm even more.
Tar does initiate on the PA here. Here comes the stun. Nice stun. Chronosphere to follow. cuts off the back line, actually gets all three. Sheepy's going to get a cloud too to end up it. Blinding Light does come out, give him a little protection, but the Shadow Fiend is going to fall. Lionel does come out, kills the Kunkka, and the Keeper of the Light is being hunted down, but I think LSC are going to be happy with that and clear the tower. Sick play from Snap there. Just cleans that 3-man chrono on the back line. Just beautiful play. Woo!
Yeah, win this, then there's not another game, huh?
This is they'll split the series if LSC wins this, and I don't know what the standings are right now, but I know LSC was tied for first last week, and I think PZR were the team they were tied with. So PZR really does want to win both these games. If they do end up taking first, whoever takes first in the group stage gets a bye in the playoffs, and in playoffs, teams tend to show up very, very fast. Looks like Sheepy is going to get caught out here. He's going to throw down his ult. Man, he might actually survive this. I don't think they have... Oh, they have more dust. Sheepy's going to continue to get blasted. Oh, man. Just gets deleted when Shadow Fiend shows up. I thought he had a chance to get out of that, but definitely not.
Dedicate a lot to dust and Sentry there.
That is true. That is the nice thing is about being a hero like Ricky. I mean, even if you die, at least you're making the other enemy supports burn some money to kill you. Looks like PA is going to go for that Desolator now. I think she definitely wants to get the Blightstone early. I think that's just too good of an item to not pick up right away. I think you should actually almost buy that as one of your first items. Maybe not right when you spawn at the beginning of the game, but pretty soon after.
Honestly, this Lena's not too far from her Bloodstone.
I think that's probably what they're waiting on. Kunkka's gonna get a nice torrent combo on the Bloodseeker. Will they be able to follow up? She did get his blood right out. 1, 2, 3. Gonna start blasting down the Clockwork. Clockwork does end up getting his nice freaking cogs though. Locks the Bloodseeker in. Shadow Fiend ends up getting the kill too. I actually thought Coddle almost screwed that up there with the Blinding Light, but Shadow Fiend does end up still getting the kill. And I think this will be a dead tier 1 tower from PZR.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Undo it, Lion. Get back, Lion.
Oh no, Lion was definitely over a little committed there. Agent Ghost Ship's gonna come in there. Another easy kill. Actually, Coddle picks that one up. Tar's on the back line though, actually sees the PA, blasts PA down quite a bit. But no, Tar's gonna play it safe. Doesn't want to play marching ants going one by one. I think both teams played that a little too much last game, so I think they'll be a little bit more careful on that.
Sure. Just assemble those mana boots and he'll be even closer to that Bloodstone.
Zigby, I'm a little surprised he didn't actually commit to Shadow Fiend down here. He might be able to actually kill the Chronosphere. Oh, I guess Shadow Fiend has 2,200 health. I didn't even realize that. He's a lot tankier than I thought he was.
Dire are scattered.
Tar is yeah, he's definitely making a pretty good progress in that Bloodstone. Should have it up in another 2-3 minutes the way he's at the rate he's farming. So we're about halfway through the mid game here. It's reasonably close. LSC has a 3k net worth advantage, which is a reasonable lead in the mid game. Who do you give late game to? Who has the advantage?
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
Late game, I think LSC does.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the Chronosphere is gonna just be very strong. They're gonna have to be like, oh man. Keeper gets completely caught out here. Ends up blasting his ult. Gonna actually commit an ult and end up falling for it. Oh, they didn't end up getting the X on Ziggity though. They're gonna have to X Sheepy up instead and deal with a support kill. LSC might actually try to recommit to this. They want to be very careful though, because oh god, the damage is just too great. Ghost Ship does come out, but there's just 2 heroes down. PA ended up falling in that. That was very, very sloppy. I don't think that's what PCR wanted to do at all. Thought thought they were going to have that X on the Void there, but didn't quite get it off. He time walked too fast on the animation. Ghost Ship's down right now, so they will not have this to defend the tower. It's down for a solid 30 seconds. Chronosphere is available. Ziggity might want to commit this. He found the Shadow Fiend. Oh, I don't know what happened there. That was really freaking weird. Did Ziggity get X'd? I have no Okay, I have no idea what happened there.
With his life, though, I think that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, he did get X'd. Oh my gosh, that was. Now freaking LSC is here to party. Start blasting down the hero. Snap isn't gonna get picked off. Shadow Fiend gonna try to get some kills on this Lion, but he's actually taking it fairly well. Now Ziggity's actually a little caught out there. Gush will give him a little bit of cover. Nice Chronosphere, but it's only gonna hit one. Ziggity's gonna have to retreat now. Shadow Fiend's looking for more targets, but he doesn't see Sheepy. There's no reveal, and now it'll be a 2 for 2. And actually, LSC ends up losing. Actually, that was 3 heroes. I didn't even see how Tar died. 2,000 net worth shift for PZR. Who did they kill? It got him so much gold, but oh my gosh. Nice Chronosphere from Ziggity, though, protecting his ally, but man, that was a... PZR really started that fight sloppy.
A smoke screen by the Ricky saved his life, though. That Chronosphere ended, and he was still TPing out, and if that smoke screen wasn't up, that Kunkka could have X'd him.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I think these Kunkka X's are really saving PZR here. They're minus the one that definitely screwed that up, but I mean, beyond that, he's doing a really good job on locking these heroes down, not letting them get away very easily. Shadow Fiend's actually got a significant net worth advantage over the team, 13,000 at 27 minutes. So he is doing very, very well. Next up is Bloodseeker, and LSC takes the top 4 spots after that, and then PA way down on the net worth at 7,000. They got to get this PA some farm. She's just not hitting hard enough. She ended up actually not going for her Dessa, but she ended up going for an early BKB. Kunkka, nice X. Gonna pull back another target. They're gonna lock 2 in the cogs. Here comes the Ghost Ship. That should be at least 1 hero. And now Ricky's down. Ricky's gonna start blasting out. Oh, the Clockwork's actually gonna die to the Rupture. Pushes him out and takes just a ton of his health away. Ziggity's gonna get brought back and taken down by that Kunkka. BKB was committed by Shadow Fiend, pretty much negating all of Tar's damage. And now wow, they actually want to make sure they don't give up this Roshan. Ziggity committed his buyback. Now they know that buyback came out on Ziggity, and PZR are going to smoke gank up, try to bait something out to come on.
I think that was a premature buyback there.
Definitely
I don't think it was necessary.
Yeah, I think his thought was they were going to Roshan real quick, but as soon as he bought back, they just decided not to Roshan. They know that Chronosphere is still available, so they're going to play a little bit careful.
And just letting the Roshan go, just fight high ground, especially if you're a Void. You have that ulti that can turn fights, but I mean, I don't know. I've just experienced one too many times where we lost games just based off of one Roshan fight that we felt like we needed to contest.
Yeah, and the other thing too is, this is only, under 3K bracket. I think it's very feasible for, you to start a Roshan fight and then buy back, beam into the shrine, and then come in Chronosphere. Pro teams will be able to react faster, but, in this type of MMR bracket, that's probably not going to happen, but the Roshan wasn't even happening yet, so yeah, I definitely agree. It was way too mature, and now he doesn't have buyback, and actually committed a large amount of it too. He's working on his MKB, but he's nowhere near it. Actually, PA's going to go on him now. Actually, PA might actually kill him. He's going to have to time walk. Oh no, Kunkka's here. Kunkka's going to get the torrent combo in, and now PA is going to bring him down. Ziggity. Maybe a little bit tilted from that buyback. And now, I think PZR are going to march down mid and try to take this 2-2.
Oh, 30 minutes and you get the Bloodstone, that's not good.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking he was going to have it near 30 minutes, and he's just getting it now, so Tar is definitely behind. You know, Bloodseeker's great for another, what, 5-6 minutes, but he's going to start falling off.
Doesn't have much of an effect on here. He should have not have went.
BKB is committed on Shadow Fiend, going to start taking out some damage from Snapped. He does have Rupture, though, which does go through the BKB, so he's going to have to stand still for a little while. They do pop Smoke to maybe protect against a retreat. Sheepy is around, though, but they do have Sentry Wards. If he does pop out, boy, they pop all sorts of smokes. I think they they're going for Roche.
Seeker's End, I feel like you kind of want a cheesy build. Like, I understand the whole Radiance thing, but you need to start building into other more efficient, like, fighting items, more like maybe even like an early S and Y and so on. Because as of right now, he's ulting and then force staffing, and then the only thing he has really on his side is that Radiance, and I'm not feeling its effect anymore.
Yeah,
it's
I
off.
completely agree. Since he did go the Radiance, the force staff is not the way to go. Oh man, LSU actually want to fight this here. They're super close. Chronosphere is ready. He does end up getting it. The Shroshan does end up going down the Dire. No Aegis is down yet. No one has the Aegis. Oh, PA ends up picking up the Aegis finally, though. Shadow Fiend is going to fall down. Void is down on the side of LSC. Aegis is expended and only Kunkka's left, so I think this PA is going to fall again. BKB does go up, and he's going to run for his life. LSC wants more blood. Gush is going to come out, ends up missing all the heroes. BKB is about to end on PA, and she is still just running like the wind. Oh my gosh, what an insane fight.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Sick was made on Void's part by not opening up the slot for the Aegis.
Oh, is that why he didn't pick it up?
I'm pretty sure that's why he didn't pick it up, yeah. I couldn't tell exactly what happened, but that's what it looked like.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh man, that is a little bit
That
of a
tower.
mistake there. Ziggy's actually might end up oh, he does end up getting the Kunkka. PA's gonna miss the 1 damage though. Hex does come out. Oh god, Tar just puts down the pain on her. She may have gotten away that once, but she did not get away this time. Shadow Fiend's up in 14 seconds. Tar's gonna start laying down to this tower, get some pretty decent chip damage on it, but Shadow Fiend's only 7 seconds out, and I don't think LC want to be anywhere near when he gets back online. This game, it went from, I thought LSC having it in the bag to, I think PZR, they're starting to come back, and I think their late game is definitely better, and they need to watch out. The only thing the one nice thing they do have going is the PA is very, very poor still. She went for a very early BKB, which, you know, protects her a lot against magic damage, but she's not really able to pump out a lot of damage. They're really reliant on the Shadow Fiend. And when he's down, they don't really pump out a lot
Oh,
of
if I necessarily agree with his butterfly pick either. Like, he already has a hero that has evasion, and obviously it's going to be a good idea for one of, like, the LSC's carries to get, like, I don't know, an MKB and a Bloodthorn, which is the Lena's most likely going to go eventually. And as for, like, a Bloodseeker, Void, and Ricky, they can get that MKB rather easily. So I think it should have been, like, more like a Daedalus, potentially, or even, like, a... Like, he's hitting pretty hard as is, so like I have to look at the items, but I feel like a Butterfly may have been the wrong choice in this scenario.
Yeah, I think the Daedalus would have been a better. I mean, honestly, they don't have a Deso online on PA. She opted not to go for it.
Manta style.
They need something to help take out these towers. I think he probably should have gone instead of a Butterfly, gone for an AC. It helps reduce the armor even more on the towers. With his aura, they have plenty of damage to start knocking out these heroes. LSC looks like they want to fight though. They have a 4-man smoke up at the mid lane. Someone's looks like Clockwork is in the neighborhood. It looks like he is gonna get found. Yep, and pops. Oh, they don't want. They are gonna pop the Rupture. Gonna get the, he's gonna start TPing out. Tar does have a stun though, and he will be taken out, but looks who's here. PZR is in the neighborhood. They flung the ghost ship out, but man, that is gonna be a fail boat. Shadow Fiend ends up coming. Oh my gosh, does he just hit hard? Holy cow, he just exploded. Target's picked off by the X. Void puts in the Chrono, but it was too late. His teammates are all dead. There's nothing he can do. Pops the Shrine, but I don't think the Shrine's going to be enough. Shadow Fiend is in the neighborhood, starts beating down into him, and just takes him out. 3 heroes down for LSC. Tar will come back soon with the Bloodstone, but the other 2 are down for 40 seconds plus.
Or though, he should have went something other than that Force Staff early on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah,
Bloodseeker's efficiency is just good tremendously in the last couple, like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and I think the Force Staff is kind of causing them more harm than good at this point. Looks like Tar might actually go down again. He ends up going down again. They do get the Kunkka, but I don't think it was worth it. Sheepy's in the neighborhood, but he is all by himself. V reveals himself. He will die. There is an actual sentry ward over here. I don't know if Sheepy knows it's there.
Radiant's middle tower is under
If he gets spotted out by that sentry ward, he will just be deleted off the map. He goes right by it. He does commit. He starts putting there. He does ult, avoids a lot of the damage, starts to run. He's going to take some decent damage. Does get popped out. Oh my gosh, the courier almost died too. Woo, risky play from Sheepy, but I think he actually prevented a lot of damage on that tower. I think he probably actually saved the towers from going down.
LSC are just falling apart. I thought for sure they were going to win this mid game.
Yeah, I thought so too. They were doing so well, and I think as much fun as the Force Staff is on Bloodseeker, and don't get me wrong, I've done it before, and it is insane amounts of fun. You're really putting a lot of pressure on Tar to get perfect hits on everything to really burst down some of these heroes. You really need to take out a hero pretty much right away to end up winning some of these team fights. This PA
You said before when you were talking about the Force Staff, as you were saying before, like you said, you're a support. You get the Force Staff. You don't rely on the Bloodseeker to get the Force Staff. The support does, and that's what he does. You Bloodseeker ult him, and then the support pushes him with the Force Staff, and then you're pray to God that your Bloodseeker has like enough items to actually deal enough damage to kill the person.
Looks like they are going to get the Shadow Fiend kill here. Tar does almost die, but oh man, the PA's here, and oh man, the PA's got her items up on now, and she does a ton of damage. X is going to get committed here, try to pull back in, but will it be enough? PA is going to end up picking off Ziggity 2. Shadow Fiend is the only one dead. Looks like Aegis Worm is probably going to go next. Shrine does give him a massive amount of heal, but guess what? PA is here. PA is going to make him meet his master after a lot of fighting. PA pops the BKB. Tar's going to have to run. There is nothing he can do about it. He's going to try to do something about it, but oh my god, does she hit hard now. That Basher came online, and she just puts it into LSC. Woo-wee!
Oh, it's looking like LSC lost this one.
I don't even know what they can do at this point. Like, they've given up so much gold. They had such a nice little chunk of damage there, but it's kind of, this PA has come online now. How are they going to deal with this PA? I mean, her BKB is down to 7 seconds. So once it's down to 5 seconds, they might be able to kite her enough around where they can maybe get a pick off on her. But man, even the Clockwork's got a freaking Force Staff now. They can't even lock down the Clockwork to kill him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Sheepy looks like he went for Echo Staff Manta, which I love the Manta on Ricky, but I think the Diffusal Blade might have been a better pick in this particular game. I don't know. What do you do if you're LSC at this point? I mean, do you hopefully take the next Roche? It's coming up here in the next couple minutes.
What do you think about that Mask of Madness on the Void? I personally, I don't like it. I'd rather go like a Manta style or something, rather than like a. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I like Mask of Madness, but it does have a lot of weaknesses. And they're definitely running into it in this particular game. You know, it worked really well in the beginning because, you know, he could Chronosphere in, but his Chronos lately have been so defensive. They've been trying to, you know, prevent kills from then getting kills, and the Mask of Madness does not help with that at all. So, you know, he's burning his ult, and really the Mask of Madness is only going to be used during his ult. Oh man, Sheepy got caught out here. I don't know if they have additional reveal or not. He is going to get...
Picking them.
He might be able to get out of this. Yeah, it looks like he is going to probably be able to get out of this, so... Rupture actually does get popped down on Mercy there. Ends up picking off him. Oh man, but Shadow Fiend's here. He's gonna get a giant ult and just ravage snapped. And I think, oh, is Keeper gonna get away? No, he is not. Woo! Oh man, beautiful ult from him, but man, it wasn't enough. PA actually died over here in the all by himself. I don't know what Shadow Fiend. He is all by himself here. Kunkka's here, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. What is happening here? He pops his BKB, but he is already dead. 4 heroes, massive gold swing goes the other way. LSC, only 1 hero dies.
I'm lost as to what just happened there. I thought for sure the Dire were gonna win that fight initially because Alina blew her ult on the PA. The freaking everybody was blowing everything on PA, and she was barely taking any damage. And then all of a sudden, I look over to the Shadow Fiend, and he kills someone. Look back, and the PA's dead, and then the whole game just started to just lost track.
Yeah, unfortunately for LSC, Roche is not up yet, so they aren't going to be able to claim that. And it's so close to a couple minutes out. It was almost the full Roche. Oh, here it is. Roche is back online. Oh, and Dire know about it too. The Flare was actually able to spot it out. So LSC need to go scout
Decided
it
to
out.
go Scepter instead of Bloodthorn next.
I think Scepter's a good pick. BKBs are all over on the side of PZR. So that will penetrate those, and if the hero gets very low, he can pick it off. Especially if they catch out someone like the PA or something like that, I think that's a really good pick. It just unfortunately now, you're an item back from probably where you want to be. The Yules is starting to get kind of worthless as well, because if you set someone up, PZR is pretty much all going to be there, and they're just going to reinitiate on you. So the Yules is going to be more of a defensive tool now, which Lena doesn't really like very much. So I think she'll go Bloodthorn now, but I'll be curious to see what she actually decides to go with. I mean, since Shadow Fiend has Butterfly, do you go Bloodthorn or you go something like MKB?
Might as well go MKB, right? Like you said, they all have BKBs that can just. I don't know. It's hard to say. Bloodthorn's such a good item.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. It's just so expensive.
I mean, maybe
so
it might be
MKB.
more efficient. It may be more efficient to get MKB, maybe, like if you think about it, because you get level 25, those fiery souls start to stack more, and
BKB is going to by PA. She's going to start ravaging on this lion, but guess what? Chronosphere's here. Oh man, nothing but misses from freaking Ziggity though. I don't think he hit the PA once. LSC is so low. They're going to try to get out of this. They're very low on health though. Shadow Fiend is going to come in here, try to pick off this Void. Void is going to run like the Dickens and try to get away. He might end up getting out of this one. I don't know. It's going to be super
maybe
close. PA's on the back line getting frogged up by Lion. Looks like Lena ended up dying. I don't even know where Lena was in that. Let's take a... Yeah, I have no idea where he was. Ziggity, it looks like he's going to get out of this, though. Oof.
I was watching the chase.
Yeah, I missed Lena completely. I have no idea where she was. These fights are just insane, though. Like, both teams knew where each other were, and they wanted to fight. They just, no one was in the most optimal spot. They kind of both had mixed of who had high ground. The supports were kind of on different flanks from the carries.
Bloodseeker's going S and Y. I think it's a bit late for that now.
Yeah, I mean, at 44 minutes in, S&Y is going to be pretty weak at him. He does have MKB. I guess the nice thing about S&Y is you can build it into a Halberd, you can build it into the Manta, but yeah, it's a pretty late item. I think actually the Halberd would be an excellent item to pick up right now. BKB does not stop the Halberd, so you can cast on the PA, and as long as she doesn't have BKB up, you can cast on her, and she just has to sit there for 5 seconds.
Halberd, though, I don't think it's a good item at this point. It's too defensive, I think. He needs more aggressive, and he already has evasion, so that's not going to help him at all. Like an AC or something, they don't have any of that.
Oh man, target's committed on by the PA. He ends up using himself. Now the PA's getting it, but look at all the misses. The misses are just left and right. Ends up committing the Lion, and Lena all does end up picking off the PA. And now the Clockwork's trying to pick off this Aegis Worm over here, but I don't think he's going to get it. He's trying to now pick off Ziggity here, but Tara's going to help clean him up. Aegis Worm commits a stun as well. Shadow Fiend is kind of all by himself here. I guess he's got Keeper with him, but doesn't really know what. Man, Aegis Worm just died there. Oh, man. Shadow Fiend. Oh, my gosh. What are you? You are just a... I can't believe the balls on that guy and how much he got out of that. Holy cow.
35 health. This guy is tanky.
Just goes out there with a freaking Keeper on his back and says, I can take on the world. I'm not scared. He even fluttered for that, too. He had no evasion when he was in that. And now he's trying to solo Roshan. He is definitely going to get it. Puts his quill on his stash, grabs the Aegis. Cheese is going to be sitting on the deck. Picks off the Cheese, too. He wants both. He knows he is now the carry.
What's his kill-to-death ratio here? 16, 6, and 9? Yeah, he's like predominantly the reason why they're winning this.
Yeah, he hits like a freaking truck. 172 plus 248. Has his Satanic.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
2,700 health. Sitting level 25. Has an insane attack range.
Think he's gonna go AC next, or I know he's gonna go Boots of Travel most likely, right?
Yeah, I think Boots of Travel AC is what I would probably end up doing. He
Boots of
could
Travel.
do Daedalus.
He already has him.
Yeah. Oh god, he is.
Oh, he's gonna go Daedalus next.
Yeah, Daedalus or AC, I think is probably the pick. I think each of them have advantages and disadvantages. I don't think there's one that's significantly better than the other. I like AC for high grounding, but you do have a Keeper, so you may not need it as much just because he's going to keep your heal up. But
Radiant are scanning.
LSC is definitely a little worried about the game now. They had it back in their control, but it is less than 1,000 net worth difference between the two games. They're going to 4-man smoke up. Actually, I think it's possible that PZR want to smoke as well.
He has
they
the
end up
Radiant.
falling right into the Shadow Fiend, though. I don't think he's the target. They try to go on the PA. Will they end up getting her? They're splitting targets. No, they're not. Oh, they end up actually getting the PA. The Kunkka boat does come out, gives the Shadow Fiend a little bit more health. Aegis does come out. He will be back very shortly. Tar's going to man his position. He's going to try to get a stun out, but doesn't end up getting it. Aegis Worm does get a nice Hex on Shadow Fiend, though. Shadow Fiend does end up... He might actually die here. Satanic is popped, and then he does go down. Man, everyone in LSC is almost dead except for Tar, though. This Clockwork might actually be able to pick off some kills here. Ends up going to have the backup, though. Tar's going to have to be a little bit careful, though, on that Blade Mail. It does a ton of damage. He's going to put some cogs down, cover him and his buddy Coddle's retreat. And a really good fight for LSC. They do pick off the Bloodseeker, but that was not... Unfortunately, the Bloodseeker's almost like a support hero.
Bloodthorn. This Ricky's getting the MKB right now. Got it. He has Manta style. Ricky's pretty scary himself, honestly.
Yeah, Ricky's definitely, I think, taking over Bloodseeker's core. I think at this point, Bloodseeker is basically a evasion runner. Like, he just provides evasion for his team.
Art, because that's tanking everything, it looks like.
So,
Mjolnir.
actually, LSC might lose this bottom tower down here. They do have 2 siege weapons on it. Oof. Oh my gosh, 50 damage. Oh, that was a massive creep farm. That was. They would have lost that. They could have lost shrines, and man, that would have been not a good situation for them to be in. Their tower does remain up. PA has her Abyssal Blade online. What is she gonna go next?
Illusion.
You think she'll do something like a Satanic herself?
You can go AC. Nobody else is.
I do think they need an AC. Yeah, actually, she's probably a really good hero for it too. Keeper has his eggs online, and he has a gem now. He's going to start clearing out the wards. It is daytime now, so he has insane vision. I don't know if they know about this gem yet, so they're gonna. Sheepy's gonna have to be very careful once they spot it out. Otherwise, he will pretty much, I think, just die pretty instantly. Looks like we have a 5-man smoke for PZR. Oh, they're gonna run right into Sheepy here. I don't know where the keeper is. I don't think they see him. Oh, keeper was a little out of position there. I thought keeper was maybe gonna beam into that shrine there, but he didn't quite feel he had the right timing for it. And they actually missed quite a few kills there. It's a nice smoke gank, but I think keeper needed to beam into that shrine to give him vision. He was being a little too cautious though that he had the gem. He didn't want to die. Oof! All sorts of talent trees are getting finished up here. So looks like PA is going to go for getting the plus 25 agility over the double stripe dagger. I think that's actually probably the right play on that one. Ricky's actually almost got his level. What would you get if you're Ricky? Are you going for the backstab multiplier? I mean that's what you want, right? As much farm as he's got.
The farm, yeah.
Kunkka does end up getting Tar. Tar is going to Yule. Ziggity's on the back line. He does have Chronosphere available. Ziggity's farm has been kind of halted recently as well. They do have Keeper here. It is daytime for another 15 seconds. Once it hits nighttime, LSC will definitely have much more of an advantage coming into this tower fight.
Bloodseeker's bottom with Shadow Fiend, and Shadow Fiend.
Oh wow, no kidding. Does end up rupturing Shadow Fiend, but man, I don't think Shadow Fiend cares. He's going to start beating down these towers. I think he's a little bit committed though. That rupture was still on him. Bloodseeker is running like none other. He really oh no, the Coddle recall sucks him up back, and Ziggity ends up falling on the top lane too, and they get the tower. Huge, huge win for PZR. I mean, at this point, this game is so backwards. LSC did take a little bit of a net worth advantage, but it's only at 52 minutes. 4K is nothing. One fight can almost swing that. Let's see here. Kunkka went for his 120 gold a minute, so he's going to start actually bringing in quite a bit of gold. Looks like he wants a 4-staff of his own. Kunkka actually went for the pipe to protect against some of those ults from LSC. I think that's kind of an interesting pickup. Wants a 4-staff next.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
5,000 gold in PA's. I go. I think she should go AC though.
Oh man, Sheepy's gonna go on PA here. Dude, actually, a ton of damage to her. She does end up falling. Tar's coming in as well. Oh, are they going to get the Yules? Nope, he's sitting behind that tree and they don't see him. PA, definitely, after a while, can be taken down. LSC do have a lot of burst, too. I mean, Lion ult, the Rupture does a decent amount of burst. Lion picked up his Scepter. What do you think of Lion's Scepter?
Honestly, it does a lot of damage.
It's just so expensive on mana cost. It costs almost over a third of his mana.
I mean, it's an area. It affects an area now, and it does 1,300 damage.
Yeah, that's just a lot of mana. And it's got such a small cooldown too. Like you have potential of casting it a lot, but you just don't have a lot of mana for it.
Like they didn't need that, but
I think I would have liked to see a Glimmer Cape. I really like Glimmer Cape. I think it's for a support. I think it's absolutely necessary that you have a Glimmer Cape next. Looks like Sheepy's gonna get caught out here. He's gonna actually dodge the next torrent. He should be okay. Good play from him. His ult is definitely nice for dodging that.
I didn't realize his ult was so low on mana, like doesn't cost much, and then doesn't have a long cooldown either.
No,
Nice.
it's so good. I think his ult is significantly underrated by a lot of heroes, by a lot of players. I like Ricky a lot, actually. I don't like playing him because I think he's kind of a cheap little punk, but he's quite good. In the support role, I don't like him as a core. But. So it looked like Shadow Fiend is going to go for the Daedalus, as you were kind of hoping he would. He's actually not too far from it. Even with buyback, he's pretty close.
Think on the PA. I don't know if that's the build. But I mean, she already has Vlad's lifesteal. She already has a tree that's lifesteal.
A ton of trouble here. Yeah. Oh man, actually they're gonna lose two. Clock and Kunkka. Oh, it wasn't PA, it was Kunkka. It looked like PA. Shadowfiend's beaten to this top tower now. Does have quite a bit. Chronosphere is down. No Scepter from Ziggity, so his Chronosphere is down for a long while. This is a small window for PZR. I think they need to be a little bit careful.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Shadowfiend almost has the Daedalus. Roshi is online. This seems risky. Does LC know about it? They're in the neighborhood, but they are not checking it out yet. Roshi's starting to go down fast. Their heroes are quite a ways from it.
Radiant has 0 wards up.
Clean Roshan from PZR. So has Keeper been dewarding him with his gem, or has Radiant just not stopped putting him down? You know,
I think they stopped putting him down because they have a gem. I didn't even realize he had a gem.
Yeah, he's been keeping on to it for quite a while too. So he'll be in good shape for if they do lose it.
Plus, PA needs to pick up an item really quickly. Like there's no need for $7,000 just sitting there.
So it looks like she's gonna go for her Satanic. I think she can sell her Vlads, right? Tar ended up getting, Tar did go for his was Bloodthorn. So that's gonna be his way to break the evasion from PZR. PZR smoke in. LSC is in the neighborhood. They're fairly well separated on the map. There's a pretty good tight line here. They might run into one of them over here. Ooh, Sheepy is so close. Keeper does have daytime, and he does have the gem. Clockwork does end up committing in here. Oh man, Tar actually picks off the Keeper. Oh god, nice Chronosphere. Picks off 3. That's going to be a very dead Keeper of the Light. PA's going to take 2 ults to the face. He ends up getting out with almost no health. He does have Aegis, so he could come back if necessary. Oh man, and Clockworks end up getting committed down as well.
Mid, get a tower or something.
They need to do something. PA is going to lose Aegis here. Shadowfiend's by himself for a little while. He is way deep here. He is not coming back. PA did not get back in time, and she's now silenced. Kunkka's going to throw down the ghost ship, but the other heroes from LC are going to get away. And now Shibi recommits on Kunkka. He's going to try to pull him back in the X, but remember, Keeper is gone. I don't know where the gem is, but I don't... Oh, Kunkka actually recovered the gem. I don't know how on earth he did that, but... Whew.
Start getting stuff. More objectives. Or top. Something.
I don't know. This is insane. Like, LSC did such a great job at focusing the PA, getting PA down, and then killing Shadowfiend while PA was going back to the Aegis. They really played that really well, knowing that that was kind of their very 3-second window that they really needed to get it done, and they have enough burst they were able to do it. PA needs to get really careful here. Shadowfiend ends up buying back, so his buyback is now on cooldown. They really, really want something out of this. It looks like they're going to get Tar. Tar's down for 60 seconds. I think PZR need to try to do something with this. They need to have Tar either buy back or try to pick off the racks at bottom. The lane is pushing pretty heavily at bottom. They could have potential of doing this.
Keep in mind, they has 2 cheeses in his inventory, the Shadow Fiend. I think it might be better just to get the BKB off and put a cheese in there.
Yeah, that might not be a bad play. Yeah, Roche is going to be down for a good long while. Tar's down for only 30 more seconds. It is now nighttime. Keeper loses his daytime advantage. PZR do have 2 gems, though, which is really good for them. So if they do lose Keeper, he has another one. So I think that's definitely the way to play when you're playing with. Watch that timer. As soon as that thing comes off cooldown, buy another one.
After Shadow Fiend gets his Hyperstone, what's it called? Moonshard?
Moonshard, yep.
And he eats it. Do you think it would be better if he just gets rid of the BKB and gets an AC? You have any idea how fast his attack speed would be?
I think you wouldn't want to get rid of the BKB. What I think you want to do is, as soon as you cast the BKB, you want to backpack it. And then, PA actually gets caught out here. Force Staff gets pushed back. Tar does have his ult. Could commit it. Does end up committing it. PA also is actually protecting a lot of damage. Ziggity comes in here. Goes in the back line. Lions Eye picking off the PA. Chronosphere is still available. Did not commit it for that PA. Kunkka did get silenced up, but now PZR in full retreat mode. Looks like Aegis Worm is going to try to come in there, but no, doesn't have enough mana to really accomplish much. And now PZR are going to back out now that the PA died.
That Scepter on Lion's doing work. It's not a bad investment at this point, it seems like.
Yeah, I think it's the Scepter and the Lens that's really doing it. He has just a significant range that he's able to kind of duel up with Tar and just get a ton of burst down. I mean, what is that? That's 1325 plus 680. I mean, that's almost, even with magic reduction, that's well over 2,000 damage.
It's about as how LSC hasn't got an objective here in like last 20 minutes. They've been winning fights.
Yeah, they get these pickoffs, but they're just awful at pushing lanes. Like, Lena's really good at clearing the waves, and so is Bloodseeker, but they're not being very efficient at it. And well, if you look at the other side, PZR definitely. They got a rack. They almost got a tower with just their creeps. That's pretty dang. Oh man, Lion just commits an ult and just blasts the wave down. But another PA kill and no objective. Oh, Tar's looking for Clockwork here. Ends up getting the Yules. Clockwork will be flung in the air. Ends up getting a nice Force Staff out. I don't think PZR want to fight this. They probably want to fight high ground. Yeah, they're going to run high ground now. There's a minute for daytime. So this is actually not a bad time for LSC to do some chip damage. Tower is fairly healthy, 1100 health. Keeper is gonna just do Keeper things though. Chronosphere is committed, ends up picking off Tar and one of LSC. Sheepy ends up getting out of it with the Keeper, and now PA is in all sorts of trouble. Does pop the BKB. Now Ziggity is completely out of mana. Nice drain from, oh man, Ghost Ship comes down, picks off. Clockwork is ruptured up, but not gonna die. Tar does commit his buyback, and now Sheepy's on the run. Keeper doesn't quite have vision on him now. It isn't daytime, so he doesn't have that extended vision yet. And now, I think PZR want to run down mid. Tar did burn a buyback. I think that might have been the right call, but man, this is gonna be a hard high ground fight. Bloodseeker has buyback too, I think at a minimum. And there goes. Ziggity have buyback? Yeah, Ziggity has buyback too, but no Chronosphere. I don't know if he wants to commit his buyback, but I don't know if they're going to be able to protect this rack without it. It is daytime now, or very, very soon. I guess 2 more minutes. I thought it was 64 minutes. 66. Oh, never mind. Now it's daytime. And now Keeper can just sustain his team almost indefinitely. Oof. These ults are just blasting down heroes of PZR as they're trying to siege the base. Lion's going to have another ult in just a few seconds. I think they want to try to see if they can pick off this Keeper, who's just doing a ton of damage, but he's so far in the back line. I think that's where he wants to. PA does actually commit in here, and now Bloodseeker's going to take a decent amount of damage. The Shrine is going to start healing up. Sheepy starts doing Sheepy things, and they end up picking off another tower. Not going to give LSC a huge advantage, but now Tar ends up getting X'd up. Is he going to get brought back? He is. He's going to use himself a little bad timing there. He might get caught out. And nice keeper. Whoa, Tar's down for 103 seconds. That missed timing on the Yules might actually cause LSC to have all sorts of problems. 98 seconds without Tar. That's a lot of DPS on the side of LSC, and PZR, no, this is their time. They're going to start trying to go high ground. Ageswarm's going to have to just land some massive ults here to probably... Oh, Clockwork misses his ult. That would have been probably a really bad Echo Shell up on PA. Keeper keeping his entire team at like full health.
SF split pushing too.
Oh yeah, nice ult from Ziggity blocking off the enemies on the back line. PA does get his BKB up online and he ends up falling, but SF does not pick off a lot on the back end. He does start picking off this top tower. Now LSC doesn't have any towers in the back line. Tar's up in 54 seconds. PA's down for 80. Does PA have buyback? Yes, he does. PA could come back here if they want. Ziggity is getting takedown now. Ziggity is down. Ziggity still remains buyback, but again, does not have a Chronosphere. May not be very effective. Another Rupture actually on the Kunkka. Kunkka's going to need to be really careful. Ends up actually running himself down. Shadow Fiend takes a finger to the back of the head, and now he's going to be on the run. And looks like LC's going to attempt to pursue. Oh, but the Dota gods bless him, and he will be hasted and recalled out. All in all, LSC hold. It's
Have no towers left.
it's pretty. Their base is looking a little thin. They have racks. They have not lost one yet. Buybacks are starting to be expended, though, and the entire Dire team has buybacks, minus Shadow Fiend, but he is only 37 seconds out from having his.
Or Silver Edge.
Yeah, I think, who got Silver Edge?
Dire are scanning.
Man, this is this is the nail biter. I mean, LSC is one fight from losing it and 2 fights from winning it. PZR are one fight from winning it and 2 fights from losing it. It could be, it's anyone's game. One mistake could end up losing the game for your team. Sheepy's starting to get pretty fat. He's going to have his Abyssal Blade online in the very near future. PCR do pretty heavily own this map, though. No shrines are available from LSC.
Oh, the Ricky just blew his ulti.
Tar ends up dodging the Clockwork ult, but I think he's just going to get murdered by the Shadow Fiend. He is out for 89 seconds. So this is going to be a very free Roshan for PZR. Oh man, I think LC is they're falling apart. I don't know what they're doing here. Nice smoke cloud from Ricky, but the PA is still just beating down heroes. Bloodseeker's out for 2 minutes. No buyback available on him or Tar. And I think that might be game. They're going to have.
Yeah, this SF's going to have Ages. I don't know. Probably Cheese is going to go for... Nope, Ages on PA, Cheese for the SF
So
probably.
we'll have another cheese. Oh, they don't even pick up the cheese. He's like, Keeper, you can have the cheese. I don't need it anymore. Oh man, now Sheepy gets caught out. Ends up going for the, trying to go for around here. They're gonna X him up, bring him back in, and just beat him down. Buyback is available on him, and he will definitely have to commit it. LSC is burning out buybacks left and right. There are potential Chronosphere opportunities here, and they're gonna have a major one here. Lion ult does get flung out to try to burst some of these heroes down, but it's just not enough damage. They're gonna start split pushing here to try to take both lanes of racks. And the Shadow Fiend is just hitting like a truck. Tar is back. He's going to set up on the Shadow Fiend here. The Shadow Fiend ends up getting his BKB off. Tar tries to put his ult on, but man, Shadow Fiend is just so tanky. And now PA's coming on the back line, starts beating down into Ziggity and says, I do not want you to Chronosphere. Ziggity comes back. He wants to see if he can help his friend Tar out. Tar does end up getting initiated on, but nice stun from Lion here. Ziggity comes back in here and looks like they're going to end up killing the PA, but what does it cause? Oh my god, two-man Chrono on the back end! They're ending up getting one, but they're splitting targets. I don't know what they're going to do. PA ends up coming back. They did not make their window, and now PA's going to looks like he's going to fall again, but Shadow Fiend's on the back line just putting down the team of LSC. They're going to have to use this shrine. They end up shrining up, and looks like they are able to defend. Clockwork's going to BKB up, see what he can do, but he will, oh god, he might actually kill Ziggity. Ziggity ends up falling. That's a dieback for him. He's down for 2 minutes. LSC does end up holding. They only have one Rax left. All buybacks are committed from Dire. They know this is their game. They're going to come in here with all the fire and fury they have. Looks like LSC are going to do their best to try to commit. PA is going to be coming in here very soon. They are locking down the Shadow Fiend, but now it becomes the BKB. Starts putting down into LSC and just starts ravaging all of them. Now it's just the Ricky and the Lion. I don't know what they're going to be able to do. Hex does come out, gives the Lion a little bit more time, but the Stifling Dagger comes out, and it looks like he will end up getting away. Throws down his ult, but guess what? Yeah. Oh, they're not going to dive it. They're going to play it safe. They know that the Sheepy's fairly powerful. And now they're starting to putting into the tier 4s. LSC's 3 cores are down for another 50 seconds. Sheepy's doing what he can, but he's just one man. What can he do? He's going to start putting into more. Do they have any gems? They don't see him, but he just doesn't have the damage. The Lion just annihilates the PA. She's down for 2 minutes. Sheepy's doing it. He's starting to pick off heroes, except Shadow Fiend is too strong. There's nothing he can do, and GG's called by LSC. That's 2 games for PZR. Woo! Oh my gosh.
Hit the game there.
That was a great game. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Man. Those were some the first game was a little back and forth, but man, that was nothing compared to we got this second game. That was a nail biter to the end. Look at that net worth chart, bouncing all over the place. Oh, anything to say before we close this one out?
I was honestly thinking LSC was gonna win that one. I don't know what happened exactly. The Shadow Fiend just kind of got out of hand, and then after that, gave enough space for PA to win it. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to say it. Well, guys, it was an absolute pleasure to cast this game. Really enjoyed this series. But for Minivan and myself, I am Sequoia, and we're all about Dota. Catch you guys later.